Good evening and welcome to the Hump Day Chinwag Wednesday's festivities for talking about everything from TV, games, films, and everything that's going on in the news. So how are we doing, guys? Thank you very much indeed for joining me. We've got another excellent episode today. More things to discuss. Everything from some of the drama with regards to DrDisrespect, some of the stuff that PlayStation's getting up to, and the sad news about Doctor Who doing so well. And with that, let's get cracking with the knacking. It's good to see you guys. I'm going to start bringing the panel on. It's going to be a slightly smaller panel than normal. Most people are either got family over or are working. So until then, we'll just crack on with who we've got. And our first, as usual.
They were all hoping I wasn't here. That's what they were like. Oh, damn it. No, if you want some sweaty idiots talking crap, they're on the BBC right now. We were going to talk some sense. So if you want the debate, you're on the wrong channel because this might we're going to tell a bit of the truth. I'm guessing today it's going to be a bit of it's going to be a good one. And so it's good, hot, sweaty UK. I'm pale, I'm white, so I'm going to moan.
I mean, I was going to say because I can see straight away from your head you are suffering. I'm suffering.
Yeah, lucky I've had my haircut this week.
Like
my girlfriend made
glistening.
Me. Yeah.
I'm glistening.
That's my only airport. That's it. Just there. That's my
the tiny little Death Star in the background.
That's it. So
no, it's not good enough. I had the aircon on, but the problem is that the second show starts, I've got to knock it off because of the volume. And like
I've
I
got
said
a little
before
fan
the show,
going, but it's like it's got asthma. So
it's like wheezing like Greg on a good day. But the aircon, I managed to get the room down to around about 16, 17 degrees. It's now up to 23 degrees already. And we're talking it's only 20 minutes. And outside the front of our house,
was hot.
Outside the front of our house, it was 31.5 degrees. It's just obscene. And the office is on the front of the house, so I'm just sweating.
Yeah, it's lucky I'm now south-facing garden, and I'm in the garden, so now everything's at the front. So I'm a bit luckier.
Yeah, cool. It's good. Right, okay. Our next panel member, Hanayama.
Hello.
How you doing, my dude?
Living, suffering through the Akashite once again. The series cannot end soon enough. Please fucking relieve me from my duties of watching this fucking garbage.
God damn it. I watched episode 5 and I'm just flabbergasted how any of this is happening.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I have questions, and I know I will never get the answers to this because these people cannot answer this, but my first one, and the most important one, and we will talk about it, is the fucking headbutt.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the headbutt with the cortosis armor is one thing, but there are many things retarded throughout this whole episode. But even though we haven't got Acolyte on the agenda for today, I'm sure the conversation will definitely drift over there. Especially when it comes to haircuts.
Oh, you mean...
Oh, bloody hell. Literally, I've just watched that and I kind of wiped that from my mind.
Mate, I've never seen anything like it. Anyway,
I had the same hope as It's a Gundam that she accidentally just cuts her face off.
That would have been funny.
I went for I wish she just cut her head off at this point. That was my wish, but
somebody save us.
Yeah, someone save us. Right, let's get cracking. Who's next? It's Abe. How you doing, my brother?
Howdy.
How you doing? I see that you haven't changed your title since last time. Is Daily with us? Is Daily with us?
Yeah,
Let's have a look.
She's
she
around,
is.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Confessing his internet love. Oh, bless his heart. Simp.
I just didn't see the point changing it.
Can we have a 90s gay?
In fact, I do need to put a sound effect on there for the gay, but for now we'll just go. Did you hear that, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear the sound effect?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's much better.
I just I picture that clip of PewDiePie just going, simp!
Yeah, simp. Oh, that's not a bad shout, actually. I could probably rip that and stick that on. That'll work.
You just did this to yourself.
Yeah.
That'll work. I don't know what
there is a Zombie song, if you want that.
I don't know what Davey's been smoking, but apparently Abe's a sweetie. Oh, bless. And Yarnie with the door. Hold door. Hold the door. Hold door. Right, let's bring on Yam Witch before we bring on our final panel member for this evening. Yarnie, how you doing?
Hello, friends. I gotta be female somewhere, so I gotta just whenever they're being I'll go back to being a tomboy. It's fine.
How you been, though?
I've been good. I've been busy. Busy. How are you guys doing? Oh, yeah.
We are well, considering I don't know about Hanayama. Hanayama's probably in the same boat, but certainly the Brits are melting right now.
Yes,
the Brits are definitely melting.
And the funny thing is, like, what did you say? How hot is it in your room currently?
It's now 24, so it's gone up another degree.
Yeah, 26. I got you beat.
Yeah,
and I hate it.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. By the end of this show, I'm expecting it to hit 28 degrees, easy.
And the funny thing is, as soon as the stream is over, first things first is I gotta open the fucking window again. But because idiots are shouting again outside for some fucking reason, it's like, nah, I'm gonna close the window.
Oh dear.
Steel Legs like,
cry me a river. It's over 100 degrees.
You have air conditioning. Shut the fuck up.
Plus, it's a matter of how much you're used to.
Yeah, I was going to say, haven't you got air conditioning, Steel Leg? Do you have air conditioning?
I got a fan.
You got a fan. I'm just expecting you now just have one of those Japanese fans now.
Yes.
It's like just there. It's like...
Literally.
What, a woman in a kimono fanning him?
Yeah, pretty much.
Can I have one of those?
That's the image.
Here's the thing. That would be amazing, but sadly no.
It's either
but I would take it.
It's either a fan or Smooth's swatting him with his bollocks to create some airflow. Ah, there he is. Smoother DJ. Air conditioning? Question. I guess that
what is the magic there?
Still at work.
Yeah.
What do you mean air conditioning? You mean a heating unit?
Do you know what the funniest thing is? Our next guest, and which is actually, interestingly, our next guest is the first special guest that we've had on the channel, and he's someone that I've known for quite a while now. You may have seen his name, and you may have seen some of his stuff, and certainly I'll shout him out to the cows come home. But let's bring him on. Powercake Greg, how you doing, my dude?
Hey, what's up, pups? Doing good. How are you guys?
Oh, mate, I'm suffering.
You're suffering?
You're going to see everybody in half an hour doing this.
Well, the funny thing is, because obviously the chat didn't see it, but as we were just discussing some of those things, Greg's like this. It's like fucking shaking his head.
Yeah, everyone's talking about heat, and like I definitely have AC for sure, but I'm in Texas, so like it's like 93 degrees right now.
Oh,
yeah,
but I mean last year there was like this heat dome where the average of like the summer was like 120. It was insane. And then of course the electricity company, they're all happy because it's like, ooh, they're gonna be running their ACs nonstop and charging you an arm and a leg. So, you know, you're trying to save money and stuff. It's limited, you know, crank it up really high when you're not home and then only use it when you're home. So, but I don't like being in heat anyway. So I feel for everybody that's like, it's really hot and stuff like that.
And the funny thing is generally like compared to the heat that is outside, like how warm is it in your room?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I just did the math. For me right now in my room, it's 79.
Well, I keep my AC. I keep it at like at least 80 degrees right now, and I even have the fan running 80 degrees, like cold, because you can switch between obviously heat and AC and whatnot. So that's what I leave.
If you go to get a jump, I'm going to be really pissed.
I'm going to be impressed if anyone gets a jumper on in the UK. Oh, I'll tell you what. Funny you should mention a fucking jumper. We had dropped the kids off at school, and we were on our way back, and it was this little, I don't know whether it was male or female, probably about 12 years old, had a jumper, had a blazer, had a full coat on with its hood over the top of its head. I was like gobsmacked.
Edgelord.
And Ickle say exactly the same. We both went, did you see that? It's like the rest of us.
As a parent,
like
just in case it turns.
Yeah, just in case it rains, just in case thunderstorms.
Just on the off
You have a
chance.
fever and you need to go home. If you're that cold,
there's a problem.
go the fuck away.
Yeah.
It's hilarious because It's hilarious, like down here, because I was originally from Illinois. That's where I grew up. And Illinois, the Great Lakes are up there. So like our winters are terrible. It's that coldness where the wind blows through you, down to the bone, chilly sort of stuff. So when people down
the good weather,
the good weather. Well, I mean, I'm a fall guy myself. Like I love a nice cool breeze, but you could either wear either jeans or shorts or a hoodie or whatever. And you're like perfectly comfortable. Like that's my ideal sort of thing. But I love hearing people down here complain when it's like, oh, it's freezing. And I'm like, this is like perfect weather. And it's like, it's crazy.
I feel that way whenever it rains over here. You can tell who's from out of town or who's not from the Pacific Northwest, because if there's a little bit of rain and people are running, it's like you're not from around here.
Oh god.
Yeah, it just depends on what you're used to, really, isn't it?
I was just gonna mention this very thing, Bill. So Tomby in the UK, in the winter, some people wear shorts. I wear shorts all year round. I am not a summer person. I would wish it snowed all year. I'm quite happy for it to be the next ice age, because I'll be outside in the garden, probably butt naked, doing snow angels, because that's the kind of comfortability that I've got.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same.
The colder it is, the better. I grew up in the Baltics. At the end of the day, I do not do the heat, which is an absolute nightmare, because whenever Ickle Pickle wants to go on holiday, it's always somewhere warm. And I'm like that, freaking sweating in my own bag. And I'm just desperate to try and convince her to go on a holiday to like Alaska or the Antarctic, just so I can get somewhere a little bit colder.
Go into the North Cape.
Yay! Oh, mate, I just want to go somewhere, like Bering Straits or the Bering Sea. Let's just go there where it's nice and cold.
Take her on a survival course.
Yeah, just stay in Newcastle for a couple of weeks.
Newcastle.
Like literally anywhere, as long as it's cold.
Yeah, I've been told already. I mean, they just said nope.
You immediately got shut down.
Yeah, I love the burner as the profile pic.
Yeah, that's our that's my Poppy days.
Yeah. My brother had a Bernese Mountain Dog.
Yeah, we've spoken about that before, and like Poppy's a nightmare at the minute because it's warm. She's cool enough in the shade, but she thinks that every single second is going out and go for a walk with her. So it's like trying to get her to understand, Poppy, it's so hot out there. If you go for a walk, I mean, it's 25 degrees in my room now. If she goes outside for a walk, she's probably going to get about 4 yards, and I'm going to have to try and carry her back. I mean, Christ, she weighs as much as me, the fat cow.
Yeah, they are heavy dogs. My brother's dog, he would love, like, when it's blizzard weather of snow. Perfect weather for them. And he would just sit literally right next to the door, but would just sit and just let the snow hit him for hours. Just sit there and chill.
Yeah. And they're quite happy. They're quite happy with it. They don't care about the weather. As long as they're outside, as long as they're cool, they do not care. They really don't. All right, we'll just say a quick hello to the chat. Plenty of chat in today. 27 people already watching. Daily Dysfunction, how you doing? Yarnie's obviously with us. Davey Verse, good to see you, my friend. Elsa's in the house. How you doing? Steel Leg of History. Stasis Geek, hello. How you doing today? Be blessed. You be okay. I will drink a nice ice cold drink from my fake leg as my cup holder.
That's sanitary.
Nice.
Best way to do it. The best way to do it.
Nice. I'm so glad you put in the effort with that one.
What is it like? What is it like in one of the Pirates of the Caribbean's, like Hector Barbosa, where he takes off his peg leg? He has like rum in it. He's like, "You want one?" to like Jack.
Oh, amazing. Crimson Shadow, how you doing? Gap55, Bill Barclay's in the house as well. AWOL, good to see you. Northern Europeans are just not designed for, to be warm. No, we're not. We are definitely not. No, it's fucking horrible. Shamash! Oops, sorry. 85 degrees Fahrenheit. How you doing, Shamash? It's good to see you. Good to see you. So I got a Mongoose is in the house. Tracy Reeves. Tracy's probably on a treadmill right now, running and exercising this weather. I don't know how he does it, but it's good to see you, my friend. Anonymous. Hello, Tommy and guests, and not forgetting the wonderful chat. Indeed, my friend. Indeed. How you doing? Nerd Takes. Nerd Takes is was under the weather. Nerd Takes, if you wanna jump on the panel, feel free. But he was recovering from pneumonia.
Was it?
Bless him.
I know when we did a great stream for the Acolyte. What was
you were doing
But yeah, he was feeling it. He was feeling it. Yeah.
I mean, I already did the sensible thing and flamed him for getting sick.
Yeah, you've got to do it. You've got to do it. You have got to do it. I should have also said that by the power of the internet, I'm actually streaming this on Twitter, over on Rumble, over on YouTube, and over on Smooth's channel. So Smooth's not actually here, but we are actually streaming to Smooth's channel as well.
So can we swear?
Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, the show's been going for 20 minutes, so we can say ball bag and gay and all sorts. So it's no problem.
We can unleash fury.
That's Abe's middle name, so we better avoid them names. What? Somebody wanted me. Somebody want me.
Greasy ball of meat. You know, the old fagot. Yes, indeed.
The French baguette.
The French baguette. Bill Brass. Bronx Monkeys, indeed. Right, let's spin through. Barbie's with us over on the Smooth channel. Good to see you, Barbie. Right, guys, let's crack on with the first thing that obviously has been playing around the interwebs, and it's probably going to be an interesting discussion. Look who it is! Smooth!
Hello.
He made it.
I made it.
Smooth woo.
Fashionably late.
Excuse me, I'm working, you know.
Well, you got to turn off that red light.
I blame that. I blame a colleague that decided to call in sick today because we have 88 degrees.
Yeah,
I call bullshit on that one, but yeah. Hi all.
Hey.
When did you change the time to 8 o'clock?
It's always been 8 o'clock.
I thought it was. No, then it's been 8:30 and stuff like that.
No,
that's just when you turn up.
It's like episode 9, and he's just woken up.
We're very professional, you guys.
Why can I hear myself repeated?
Because no one else can.
Nope.
No one
Your
else
voice
can.
is in your head, Jag.
Nope.
Okay, it is the voices in my head. Hello, everyone.
Hello, sir.
Howdy.
How you doing? Interestingly, Sandy Q just sent me a message and stop your fucking whining. Because she's currently on her way home. The outside temperature is 101 degrees Fahrenheit. Your miles per gallon average is pretty crap, though, Sandy Q. You must do better. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. Right, anyway, Smooth, you okay? Yeah. You got home okay? No issues?
More or less, yeah.
And how are you doing today, Jack? How you been, my friend?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, thanks. I had a stroke of luck. I had a hard drive that was... I had a stroke. No, I had a stroke of luck. I had a hard drive that failed about 3 years ago. It was a USB hard drive, and I was about to throw it away yesterday. I chucked it in the bin, and then I took it back out, and I thought, maybe I can open it up and stick it directly in my computer.
Yes,
and I did, and it worked.
Yeah.
No, but it's making some ever so funny noises. So I've backed everything up from it now. But thousands of photographs, recordings, videos of the babby and everything. Do you know what I mean? Like I thought I'd lost them forever.
Yeah.
So what a stroke of luck that was. So I'm quite happy about that.
I went through something very similar. I had a server RAID array go down, and the full RAID, whole thing went corrupted. And lucky enough, I was able to recover 3/4, and I know this is going to sound fucking retarded, 3/4 of every image I've been able to recover. And the good thing is, it's usually the bottom quarter which has been cut off, so you can see where the RAID array was splitting information across the devices. All the top, like 7 slices were perfect, and the 8th one has just gone. It's just garbled mess. But I've been able to crop the photo down to get rid of the noise. So I managed to actually recover a shitload of photos that way. And fuck me, I've just stuck them all in the cloud from then on. I was just not fucking around with hard drives. Just not doing it. Even though I've got a server downstairs with like 120 terabytes of space. But it's by the by. Anyway, it's good to see you, Jag. It's good to see you. Right, we are
120 terabytes, right? When my dad started programming back in the 80s, he had a 32 megabyte hard drive. He says, I'm never going to fill that.
And the funny
32
thing is,
megabytes, he says. I'm never going to fill it.
The funny thing is, one of the earlier hard drives, it was probably about 50 megabytes. It was about this size. It was big old beast, and they called it the Bigfoot. Yeah. And it was huge. It was absolutely massive. And I mean, this thing took 240 volts just to spin the motor. Obscene. Absolutely obscene.
It took the AC 240 just to spin the motor.
Just to spin the motor. Yeah.
That's right.
It's always funny when the old people sit here. Back in my days.
Fucking
this was fields. Stay off my lawn.
Oh, God damn it.
I mean,
fuck, some of us actually said that. Damn it.
Yeah, I've actually used that one.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, let's look for the first link. So, everyone's aware of obviously the recent news with DrDisrespect. A lot of information's come out, and a lot of information's actually come straight from the horse's mouth. So it's well worth actually touching on it. Sure, let me zoom into this. Let's zoom in and just have a quick skeg at this. Now, I'm just gonna fill in some of the blanks in the background. So, obviously, DrDisrespect, well known in the gaming sphere, especially in the streaming, and he was streaming over on Twitch almost constantly, almost what's the word? Exclusively. And DrDisrespect all of a sudden was released from Twitch with immediate effect, with no specific reasons why. And up until now, no one's really known in the public arena what actually happened. Everything was tied up between lawyers and NDAs. And neither DrDisrespect had actually mentioned anything, neither did Twitch, and very few people actually understood anything to actually make any kind of like definitive explanation of why he got banned. But obviously, it's all come to light after a ex-Twitch employee decided to spill the beans about obviously sexting minors over on when he was on Twitch, and as a result, all shit hit the fan in terms of sponsorship pullouts. Some of his close streamer buddies have all taken a step back and said, nope, not getting involved. And he's been certainly paraded around the interwebs and called everything under the sun. So he's made a statement. And what we're going to do is we're going to crack through the statement, and then we're going to just go around what are our thoughts, feelings behind it, what do we actually think about it, and we'll jump into some of the other kind of like commentary that I've seen, especially over on Twitter with regards to it, because there's some salient points there, and there's obviously some impropriety that's happened, but whether or not it's a case of yes, he deserves to be cancelled and shot and ejected into the sun, or is it a case of there's some impropriety, he's owned up to the impropriety, he shouldn't have done certain things, but everyone's gone fucking balls deep and taken it down a completely different route. So, the Twitch ban. So let's go for this. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about. Always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I am here now. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everybody, as well as my team, everyone in Midnight Society Game Studio. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society and I, and we made the painful decision collectively, and this is the important thing, collectively, to have him step down. The team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and family, and I'd never want to jeopardize the culture we have crafted. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of his control, namely lawyers, NDAs, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes, and it was actually later. It was actually later edited. Minor wasn't actually in there originally. He later edited it in and out.
I think it was originally in there. He edited it out, and then he edited it back in.
Back in,
yes.
right? Got you.
Yes.
Yep.
These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared. No crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. Now,
I mean, he's
from
clearly guilty, you guys.
Well, I mean, the thing is that, yeah, I mean, sarcasm aside, clearly he's discussing things with a, I believe the girl was 17 at the time.
Yes.
And you've got to be careful in some of the, certainly some of the languages. You've got to look at it from both sides, because where you're reading, these were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much. What's the definition of too much? How is that being defined right now? Is he going all the way? Is he talking about stuff that I would say, whoa, you want to calm your tits? Or is it actually just playful banter that can obviously happen between any male and female? We don't know.
I think the main thing that the big question is that we still haven't got an answer from is how did he find out? Unless it's been already have been discussed, is when was the point that he found out that this was a minor? Because that changes everything in terms of someone whispers to you, you're talking, and then you just start being creepy, hitting on it or doing whatever he do, and then all of a sudden at some point did it go like, was it slipped out that like I'm a minor, and then it's just like, whoa, delete, like I'm done?
Right.
Yes.
Or did he keep going? Like, as much as people don't want to, they want the extreme, it's this or this sort of thing, we still haven't gotten the information about how he discovered it was a minor. Because if it was a minor, then I'm sure we'll get to this talking point at one point, is Twitch says no minors are supposed to be allowed in their terms. And that opens up a whole nother can of worms.
What I find fascinating about this, I reckon he found out after the fact that she was a minor. Honestly, because there's no way that he would have engaged in that kind of conversation if he knew. To be perfectly honest with you, but then again, I don't know. I can't.
That's
judge
the thing. Yeah,
guys,
no one knows.
So. And that's the whole he said she said thing, which really bugs me about this whole debacle.
The issue is that we don't actually know what was said between them. All we can gather from it is that he's turned around and says that there were some things that bordered on inappropriate.
Yep.
And could that have been, God, I'd really love to, screw your brains out? Or was it like, oh, I've screwed a few people, like that before? Maybe that person was talking about something that was inappropriate and he responded in kind, but it was nothing like groomy. Do you get what I mean? It wasn't like, well, maybe you should come back to, when next time you're in town, maybe you should come round, or whatever it is that groomers say. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the candy van kind of thing. You mean?
Yeah. I mean, how many times have we tried owning ourselves a bloody fake ID that we can want to go into a bar and get pissed up and talk to fucking people? Happens all the bloody time.
Girls do it all the time.
Whether you're male or females, and I would actually say 9 times out of 10, it's actually more females that do it than it is males. Males, we just seem to get away with it a little bit more.
Especially if females have older siblings.
Especially if they've got older siblings. So now you're in this situation, and myself, Leon, and the guys, Stupendo and Problematic White Guy, were talking about this the other day, is that you could be easily in a bar. The expectation is that everybody is older than the age of 18 in the UK.
Not a minor.
18 or 21. So the expectation is no one in that place should be a minor. They shouldn't be there, end of chat. There is a goalpost in terms of a bouncer who's supposed to check your IDs before you come in. The same as Twitch is supposed to check on people's ages before they let them in. So let's have that kind of like.
Okay, I'm going to sound like a dumbass, but I've never watched this guy. Okay, so I'm going to ask a question.
I haven't either.
Where is he in the world?
America.
In the US.
America. So US. So
they're both US based.
So he's US based. So he knows the legal limit in his state, yeah? And I'm guessing the state by state is all different, isn't it? But if it was like in the UK, if he met up with her, then it's not, and he had sex with her, then it's sorry. If she's 17, then it's nothing.
Well,
it.
no.
But then it gets a bit weird, doesn't it?
Right. So there are legal considerations to think about, right? Even in the UK, right, while the legal age of consent is 16, 18 or under, or like under 18 is classed legally as a minor.
Yeah,
right, and it's the same. It's the same. It's the same federally in the US, regardless of what the state legal age of consent is. Right.
Correct.
And what the other thing that you have to consider is when it comes to online conversations, there are specific laws about talking to minors.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. If he knew that she was
trafficking, etc., etc.
Once he knew she was 18, it's like that. What I'm trying to say, if he met her outside, there probably wasn't an issue. But because he's done it all online, there are legal precedents that everybody knows. Nobody's dumb that you don't do that kind of thing to somebody who is under 18. It's like a no-no. So that's what I'm saying. What the good point was from Greg is, when did he know? Because if he went turn off, never talk to you again, there's a bit of a discrepancy there. If he carried on for months and months and months, you were playing the game.
I think that's
100%.
the major factor here. When did he find out? You can have an honest conversation and, like you said, think that this person is of a legal age, and it would be perfectly fine. Whether or not you should be having that conversation, that's a completely different conversation. But yeah, when you find out the age of this person, I mean, if he knew right away, then yeah, let's have that conversation too. But it's fair to think that somebody's over 18.
Well, I was under the impression that Twitch was 13 plus. You could have Twitch users on 13 plus. However,
yes, you can.
So the issue that
it's the channel. The channel can say it's mature channel.
Oh, it's 18. Okay,
right.
But the issue that I've got here with all of this is that legally, he wasn't charged with anything, and if he could have been charged with something, they would have charged him with 100%. Something. It went through discovery, and he apparently initiated these non-legal proceedings where some kind of settlement was reached, right? If they were able to get him on anything, they would have, and nothing was, there was no criminal case. Correct. Now, it's like we've been saying, yes, conversations can border on the inappropriate, but they have found that there was nothing illegal about the conversations through discovery. Now, whether it's morally correct for a nearly 40-year-old dude to be speaking to a 17-year-old minor on the internet inappropriately is neither here nor there. Correct. However, talking to someone who is under 7 or under 18 on the internet could be considered a crime. That is not necessarily just speaking to them, but certain conversations leading to delinquency of the child, etc. Do you get what I mean? So it doesn't necessarily need to be like sexual conversations.
Any form
it could
of coercion.
be any or anything that leads to delinquency of the child.
Well, that's another.
They found nothing. Carry on, Greg.
Oh no! I was going to say that's the other thing too. If you listen to the people who are covering, certain people are using the word sexting. He's saying, "I just had a conversation," and then and again, it stems back to that question: what was actually said? Correct. Now, that's the thing too, because the people who your one side of ideology of people are going to use that, like, yep, he was sexting with the minor, terrible, disgusting, XYZ. Then you'll have the other people on the other side who can also say that too, and then just bounce. It's just constant bouncing back and forth and stuff too. And again, it's like what we pointed out earlier is it's like the final piece of the puzzle we may never get. And the final piece is what exactly was said. When did he find out? And then it also ties into Twitch to where I think Legal Mindset and Grumps pointed it out. This whole public case thing, or his whole court case, took 3 years to finally settle.
Wow.
if it was really that disgusting and stuff like that, one, why did Twitch sleep on something as disgusting as this? If this is really what happened. And number two, there are now other Twitch people. I don't know if the source has been confirmed, but other people who claimed they worked at Twitch said, "Oh yeah, I've seen so much more disgusting stuff on there."
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that tweet too.
Yep,
and you run into one more problem, because there's the issue. Okay, when did he find out? Then you run into the issue after he found out. Did he keep going?
Because what exactly was said?
I mean, that is the major problem. That's the main problem is what has been said. But you also run into the issue. Okay, so you find out that you are actively speaking with a minor. If you then keep going, bro, that's on you, Chief.
Yeah, 100%. That is. Twitch has never made a statement. Twitch has never made a statement about it at all.
That was one of their legal precedents.
Yeah, they tied everything behind the legalese and the NDAs. They tied everything together and said,
"No, I mean since the whistleblowers
haven't said
they've not come out and said like these are ex-employees. We do, blah blah blah."
Well, that was one of the things on
well, that's one of the things that he's going to run afoul of as well, though, isn't it? The fact that these were former employees, and he probably still has an active NDA with Twitch itself.
Where's their corporation? Twitch.
Because are they going America as well?
Is it America?
Yeah. I would say probably California would be my guess.
I don't know whether I don't know whether Tom B's already found this email that's from someone who is a former Twitch employee, but I've got it here if you want to share it after you've gone through this bit. But that's the one. Yes.
Yeah,
because that one gives a little bit more detail about, and there's no saying that this is confirmed. No one's saying that this is confirmed or anything like that. This person could be just an absolute nobody talking bollocks, but it seems somewhat genuine. They seem to know, it's coherent at least, and it's not just full of babble.
Yeah,
when we get an opportunity to go through it,
I'm just gonna go back to his tweet for a second, and then we're gonna bounce through to some of those things. Now, the points that have been made by the guys on the panel, perfect. That's exactly the kind of comms you want, and I can see plenty of communications coming through from the chat as well. Amazon does own Twitch. Yeah, Major's app. Amazon does own Twitch. They do now anyway. But there's a couple of important things for me. Obviously, until you get the receipts for everything, we do not know the sequence of events that happened. We don't know when he found out, how long he was talking to this individual afterwards, or did he turn around and said, because everything that you see with DrDisrespect, yes, he had an affair with some other female at some point in his marriage. He owned up to it. Yeah, fine. There's some impropriety there. But outside of that, you look at him, he's actually, you would assume that he's actually fairly level-headed. So if this had come across that sorry, I'll just move that out from your face, Jack. If this had happened, straight away you would go to Twitch and say, right, someone's just been in my chat who's supposed to be an adult, clearly not an adult, as I've just found out. Can you go to town, do your investigations, because I want to step away from this and safeguard, one, my relationship with Twitch and Twitch platform themselves. Because at the end of the day, guys, he was being paid by Twitch. That was his bread and butter. At the end of the day, he's not going to jeopardize that. So the first thing he would do, go to the Twitch's community managers, go to the Twitch's account managers and say, right, you need to look at this and investigate it, and we'll deal with whatever the fallout may be. At that point in time, did he then stop and no longer have any form of converse? We don't know. And this is the problem with the way Twitch handled the settlement with the NDA, because they have buried things so much, we're probably likely never to find out. And this is where we are, certainly in Twitter now, where fucking shit is being slung left, right, and center.
But at the same time, Tom B, we're not entitled to know either. because it's not a criminal case.
It's not a criminal case.
You know what I mean? If it was a criminal case, then it would have been out in the open. It would have been there for everybody to read, but it's not a criminal case. No district attorney has brought any charges against him. So it's none of our business. We can ponder and think as much as we like and assume as much as we like, but we will never, ever know the truth. And we're not entitled to either.
We are not entitled to any form of information. We are not entitled to it. DrDisrespect, at the same bloody statement, does not owe anybody an explanation. He doesn't owe anybody an explanation at all. There's been no criminal charges, and therefore, there's no leg to stand on. All of this is pure
court of public opinion.
Court of public opinion.
Yeah, it's just a matter of perception now.
That's what I was thinking. You guys are right. We're not entitled to it, nor should we be, because as soon as any more information gets out, court of public opinion is going to come down with that nasty ass hammer. Whatever they feel like is the best form of judgment. Doesn't matter how legit or logical or illogical it may be. Court of public opinion is nasty shit.
Yeah, I hate cancel culture in general. It's so so stupid and it's so retarded. And I can't even recall, like, it might have been on side scrollers, or maybe again it was like Legal Mindset or Grums or something like that. Some people pointed out that because of the timing of his court case and stuff like that, it's very possible that this is not the court case stuff. These allegations could be something that was happening around that time, but not the specific one. Too. I really wish I could remember where I was kind of hearing on that. So don't take me like 100% as fact on that. But like people were pointing that out. And then when I was covering it, that the one Twitch guy, that Cody guy, who he's the one that said sexting a minor. And then you find past tweets of him grifting off of the fact, like, come to my shitty band show and I'll tell you like the truth and stuff like that. And like after all this stuff that I found out, as far as I'm concerned, everyone is fucking garbage in this scenario. DrDisrespect is garbage. Twitch is garbage. This Cody guy's garbage. Just because it's so for tons of different reasons. DrDisrespect, if it was a minor and you knew about it and you were going for it, disgusting. And you were also married too. Cody for just trying to, and this is what. Yeah, and this is what you do, and this is what these people do too, is that they find any sort of way where they can look like they're morally superior, they're going to dangle it over your head. So that's why I still believe in the idea of you don't apologize, especially to the people online. If they're not involved in it, don't give them a fucking apology, because it's not going to be enough. They're going to dangle it over your head and never let it down, and they still want to try to destroy you and cancel you and stuff like that. So and then Twitch, of course. And then moving the goalpost. And then Twitch, of course, and that was with side scrollers. They read it live to where Craig is reading, he's reading that part where it says, I talked to a minor individual, and Blab says, on mine it doesn't say that. And it was like, holy shit, like he literally just edited it. And now Twitch is like, maybe Twitch said something to him, because by him saying that, now people can go over to Twitch and be like, I thought your terms and services says you don't allow that stuff to happen. And you're saying that this minor slipped through? What the fuck are you doing?
Exactly. And that's what I was getting at with regards to the pub or the nightclub kind of like analogy, where you've got bouncers are supposed to keep these people out so that you can have a space where you can do everything that you need to in a safe environment. But before we go on, Ian, so forth, with the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed, Ian.
Use that overused DJ air horn.
Yes.
Yes. It's in every party rap song you can find.
Yep. As it should be.
Well, I could have
early 2000s, that's for sure.
I could have gone with this, but it just wasn't appropriate for 10 gifted memberships. Thank you very much indeed.
It could be only 10. Really? Is that the best?
Ian's like, give me a refund. Fuck you guys.
I did everything right. I didn't do anything wrong. You know what I mean? And like, you just gifting me only 10 memberships. I mean, come on, guys.
pulling a
need more than 10.
Isn't that no? That's just just say you're DSPing. Isn't that what
this is a full-blown DSP stream now.
I really do. I need the money to.
I love you, Ian. I love you, Ian.
Was
all
on,
right. You done
the
good.
camera was on all the time, huh? Yes.
Oh, the camera's on, huh? Camera time was on the whole time, huh? I didn't know. Hello.
Oh dear.
My Axe detailed body wash.
Right, to my team, community, industry friends that have supported me, I apologize. Wish I could have said all this sooner. You guys have always showed me and my family love and support throughout all these years. We love you guys. You can't, as you can't imagine, I have the fucking best community and circle. If any of this has made you uncomfortable, I get it. You don't have to support me anymore, but just know you have always been greatly appreciated. But trust me when I say this to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero life experience, I don't give a fuck about you, which is great. The fact that he's just turned around and say, get fucked. But finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made this mistake all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family, as mentioned on the stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear? Yeah, fucking right. So, I mean, certainly with Greg's point there, you don't ever apologize to people because it will never be enough. No apology is ever going to be enough for these people.
And if you need to apologize to the people that are actually hurt, and you do it behind the scenes. As someone who follows scripture and whatnot, that's actually what you're supposed to do. If there's any problem, you talk to the person that supposedly has it with the problem and try to settle it that way before you go to the court of public opinion, which really is like literally at the very end, because scripture wise, if it was like a pastor or something like that, you confront the pastor. If he still does it, then you go to the deacons. If the deacons tell him to knock it off and he goes, no, I'm still going to do it, then you tell the public, like, stay away from this person, sort of thing.
Well, the thing that I want to touch upon with regards to that is if you're following God and you're following scripture, the only person who's going to judge you in the end is God. And as long as you've made your penance, and you've repented and you've made an effort to change your ways, then essentially that's the final judgment. And so from that point of view, but from my point of view, I can't sit here and defend a person who possibly could be, a bit of a wrong un. But at the same time, with the evidence that's available to me, I can't outright condemn him either. And I wouldn't want to see him cancelled just because, there's a few vague things that have come out about him.
There's not enough. Sorry, Greg, go for it.
No, that's fine. I definitely understand that position too. And I think that's kind of where a lot of people who don't try to see what scripture says and tries to read from it, it definitely does help to kind of read more about it and stuff like that. Because this is a prime situation of what's called the agape love. That means the God unconditional love that he gives to everyone. That is what we're supposed to call to do when we're supposed to, what Jesus said, to love the Lord God with all your heart, soul, strength, and mind, and then love your neighbor like you love yourself. Loving your neighbor doesn't mean that you agree to every actions that they ever done forevermore, sort of thing. That is where that unconditional love comes into place, where you go, well, I'm going to have to step away from you now. But because the only person who can save you now is God. And he's going to be the one that knows your heart and will judge you accordingly, because we are supposed to be wary of people by the fruits that they develop. And I agree with what you said as well. Jack, is that your name, Jack?
Yes, Jack.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I'm looking at the screen. I'm like, I can't. I'm like,
don't misname him.
I know. No. I'm squinting over here, like, oh gosh, am I saying the right name? But yeah, because that's where you need to find. Okay, there we go. Jack Talad. There we go. No, just this
is going to be a running joke.
Just keep it like that the entire time.
All right. But in any case, it's where that you there's definitely that balance to where at some point, again, from a scripture standpoint, God's going to be the one that is ultimately going to judge you at the end. But that doesn't mean you can make appropriate judgment based on people's fruits and stuff. And if it's really like that, then yeah, you need to step away from people.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I was just more surprised you could understand Jack with his accent.
There were some slang you guys were saying, and I'm just
just nodding.
Just nodding, and I'm just like, I think I know what you're saying. For heaven's sakes, don't
join my little club.
Don't call me up on like, what do you think of that? And I'm just like,
smile and nod.
Literally on that case, all of you are lucky that Smoo and I do not start talking at the same time in slang. None of you would understand a damn fucking word outside of the two of us.
Nope.
It would be great.
We kind of have a regional accent, so that's okay, I guess.
Yeah, but we could literally just fucking snap a finger and literally just change language.
True, we could, but
like two people would be entertained. The rest is really like, wait, what?
Yeah, but we don't want the stream to turn into a Nuremberg rally, so.
Excuse me, sir.
Don't give me ideas.
Oh no!
Don't give me ideas.
Let's read Mein Kampf in the voice of Hanayama.
Wait, okay, still late for the $2 super. I tagged you. You should show it. Funny. Let's have a look at.
I love how Tomby actually put all the grammar, all the punctuation in there, even though there wasn't.
he fills it in.
Oh fuck it!
he does Steel Lake translation.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, actually, I am going to show that because that is funny. So pretty much exactly what we were talking about before the show with the packer shite and the haircut. Share this one instead.
Oh my god!
I'm surprised she didn't cut her fucking head off with that. By the way,
oh,
I think that's what this is.
Would have been more entertaining if that happened.
Just watch.
Oh, so dramatic.
Because it's worth it.
Do you know what that reminds me of? It's the scene out of Equilibrium.
Oh yeah.
Maybe she was born
a
with
combination
Maybe she
of
should cut it off.
Bill Nye's face in Underworld, where she chops the front of his face off, and also the colour chap's face after Christian Bale just slices it clean through.
And what this also is, and everybody that gets this reference gets a bonus point. That's Haruta at the end of the Shibuya arc.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with you.
Because that's
just there.
If you pause it there, yeah, that is Mars Attacks and what's it? They Live, isn't it? Kind of.
Yeah.
Consume, people, consume.
Right, Greg, did you need to shoot, brother?
Yeah, I got to shoot for like an hour or so, maybe. So if you guys are still running, hopefully I can hop back on. But it was nice meeting everybody. And I'd also like to say, I always try to do this whenever I talk about scripture or anything. Don't believe anything I said. There's a verse called Acts 17:11, which pretty much is called the Berean Challenge. It means to study the scripture on your own and see what it has to say. Don't listen to what I say. Don't listen even to sometimes what your pastor says, because in the end, you should be looking in the scripture and seeing what God actually has to say. Don't take everything just at face value, because we all know the discords within even the Christian community and the scripture community. So always say that. And I see someone doing the Phil ack.
It's gotta be done. It's gotta be done.
He never laughs like that too.
Yeah, by all means, Greg, just pop back if you're still free and we're still going. Just pop back in, my friend.
Yeah, for sure. But it was again, I'm super humbled and blessed that I was invited on the show. Nice to meet everyone. Hopefully, I can talk with you guys more often. And I'll just shoot you a message, Tomby, if I get done early and I can come back in. And
sounds good, brother. Right,
pleasure to meet you, Greg.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys. Excellent and wonderful conversation. So looking forward to talking to you guys some more.
Happy days.
Take care, pal.
Yeah, take care, guys. See you in a bit. See ya.
Good. So,
okay, there's Greg's link, guys. Make sure you pop over and see good content. And I've I've been a good channel friend, and he's been a friend of my channel for quite some time. So he's a good egg. He is a good egg.
Very good content creator. So we got some new people in the chat. Let me just highlight them real quick. So we got Dom H on my side. What's up, Dom?
All right, Dom.
And we got BD Jake. Yo.
Yay.
How you doing, brother?
BD Jake.
BD Jake. Yep.
BD Jake. Yeah. BD Jake's awesome. BD Jake's awesome sauce. Yes. How you doing, Jake? It's good to see you. Right. Anyway, let's carry on with this. Let me go to.
We're still on Dr. Disrepute, are we?
Yeah, we're still on Dr. Disrepute. Because obviously everything that we're talking about here, guys, you've got to look at it from your own moral perspective of what's happened, what can you concretely form in your own mind in terms of opinions, but also bearing in mind there is a massive gap in terms of information, in terms of fact information. We're hearing something from one person, they're hearing something from another person. We haven't. The fuck?
That wasn't me.
That was on my end.
Oh.
You need to get that sorted. That's loud.
Mate,
I had a curry last night. I'm sorry. It was the amount of stink in this room now.
I thought fucking Lizzo had fucking landed and fucking shit next to me. What?
I mean, I'm impressed.
We have these dickheads riding up and down the road on like quad bikes and that.
Excuses.
Oh my god. Anyway,
was that you?
Right.
No, then bikes are going as you lean.
Yeah,
over.
that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
So yeah, where I was getting to is there's a distinct lack of actual fact, and that for me brings into kind of like contention everything that's being said by everyone, let alone whether it's Dr. Disrespect himself. Yes, he's said that he's done certain things, but we don't know the severity or if things are being undersold or oversold by individuals. That's the problem. Unless we were to see the actual logs, you're at the mercy of the what's being told by the few individuals. Now the problem is, Dr. Disrespect is one person. He's directly involved. Why the fuck am I listening to some other freaking dickhead talking about, oh yeah, come to see my shitty show, and I'll tell you everything, because let's face it, that's a fucking grift. He's selling the potential of knowledge to hold over Dr. Disrespect. Why the fuck am I listening to this twat? I don't know who he is. How do I know he's even involved, or even if he's got any information? This is the other part of the problem with the way everything's snowballed around. Now, this person here, so let me, Dr. Disrespect situation. I don't think many people, and this is a little bit of context, have an idea of how bad things were, not are, behind the scenes at Twitch. I literally worked in the department that had access to the most data and information. I saw private whispers, etc. It was literally my job to investigate daily. I saw every single day that I wish I never had to see. I always advocate for being a good human, always expressed with heavy emotions on my stream how Twitch lets pedophiles run free every day. I signed an NDA and afraid to get in trouble, but I have to say something. It's been bothering me so long. These sick fucks don't deserve to be free. Sorry, it's pretty vague. I'm like, well, yeah, what you've said is that Twitch was bad, were, not are, it's not is currently, literally afraid for legal and safety reasons. So clearly Twitch goes after people that aren't going to share any information, which is hence why there's such a concrete NDA in place with Dr. Disrespect and probably the individual that was involved, and possibly teams that were involved in allowing these kids to go into what is potentially adult conversations. Because let's face it, I make sure every single one of my streams is 18 mature plus, because I'm going to swear all day long. I'm going to be talking about
it's things. Not suitable.
It's fucking definitely not suitable for any child. I wouldn't say any of this stuff to the kids or the grandkids, and they're all these ages. It's just not right. So how much culpability has Twitch got in this? A fucking lot. And this is why I also think that the whole thing is a puddle of shit, where Twitch has said to DrDisrespect, let's cut ties, because at the end of the day, yeah, it's not going to look good for us, Twitch, and it's not going to look good for you, DrDisrespect. Let's just cut ties. But we'll seal everything up so tight that no one can ever talk about it, because we don't want to affect our money revenue.
And also, everybody, don't forget, your private whispers are not private. They can look through them all day long. He's saying, this person is saying it right there. I saw private whispers, etc. If that's absolutely true, it's like, well, it's not private then, is it?
Correct.
Nope. Private means like encrypted, end to end, and no one else has any. Yeah.
No one else has got the rights to see it. Sorry, Yarnie. No one else has got the rights to look at that information. It's for you and the person you're sending it to. Now, obviously, you have to take into consideration if there is anything of an illegal discussion. There's going to be certainly key words you would expect to pick up where it might raise suspicion. But at the end of the day, private's supposed to be private. So take that.
You see, from my point of view, it seems like Twitch purposefully allowed their staff to be able to see private whispers so that they could hold things against people if it came up. Not saying that, like, if anything illegal is going on in the background, that people shouldn't be held accountable. But at the same time, a private company shouldn't be able to view, like, if I found out that Discord was reading all of our private messages between one another, I say things to people, in confidence about my personal life that possibly could be used against me. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want that. It's supposed to be a private conversation. If I sit in a room alone with someone and someone is listening in with some kind of fucking, the FBI or the CIA or whatever, they're listening in, like through the bleeding windows or whatever, that's a breach of my privacy.
Yep.
You don't want that.
Yarnie, you were going to say something?
Oh, just in general, it's a good idea to, now that Jack said that, it's a good idea to assume that all of your messages are being recorded or being seen. It's just, the same thing happened with Snapchat. You had a bunch of kids on there that thought, oh, this is fine. I can send whatever the heck I want because it disappears in, whatever amount it was, few seconds or whatever it was. No, those are being recorded. Those are being archived. So it is what it is.
Right, I'm just going to read out the member message. Crimson Shadow, here's to another month as a Muppet. Also, Stenberg and Disney are a shower of rotten bastards who are as much use as an ashtray on a motorbike. I think you're giving him too much credit, to be honest. I think you're giving him far too much credit. But, Crimson Shadow, thank you very much indeed for being a member for 5 months.
Stenberg is oppressed. Don't you understand that half-white girl who's like, on millions and millions of dollars a year? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, she's oppressed.
Than her.
With a name like Amanda,
have you seen Danky's new animation?
Yes.
Spot on.
I highly recommend people watching it.
Okay.
Danky is a good dude.
Absolutely. Right. The fucking Danky animations are fucking glorious.
Okay, so I'm just going to go through this one, which obviously we've all got to take with a pinch of salt. This was sent very early hours of yesterday morning. We don't know the source, but a lot of things in here, certainly in this email, the truth regarding DrDisrespect does kind of align with things that DrDisrespect has said himself, but also some of the things that we're almost reading between the lines, but we have got no proof. So I'm sending this to multiple known sources in the gaming news arena. I hope this is taken in the spirit with which it is intended. I'll keep this inbox open for 12 hours from now, then it will be gone forever. Here's what actually happened, but what cannot be said publicly by the DrDisrespect camp. So by his camp, not by Twitch. He's not mentioning Twitch here at all. They were whispers between Guy and a 17-year-old on Twitch. The age was not known at the time. These were messages in relation to how to scale new channels using tried and tested methods. Behind the scenes, this was a service that was offered by members of the DrDisrespect team under a different brand name. The brand name used could be interpreted many ways. The transcripts were part of the court proceedings and, as outlined, show no wrongdoing nor illegality. So straight away there, the first thing I see there is the age was not known at the time, which harks back to one of the first things that we said. When did he find out she was 17?
Much later, I would assume.
So much later by all accounts. The issue on the Twitch side was how some of the messages and brand names used could be interpreted differently. So the question there was, if the brand name could be interpreted many ways, clearly it had a name that could have had connotations that made it look inappropriate. So
like Kiddie Fiddler's Inc.
Yeah, Kiddie Fiddler's Inc. I mean, precisely. We don't exactly know what it was, but
Big Wangers Incorporated.
Could be interpreted differently and was interpreted differently by certain members of the Twitch team that had taken a dislike to DrDisrespect due to the bathroom incident. And anybody that doesn't know the bathroom incident, it was where DrDisrespect had basically live streamed from a bathroom. Anyway, the internal feeling was that it would only be a matter of time before they got him, inverted commas, on something. This one, however, was way wide of the mark and wasn't what they thought it was. This became the result of a lot of back and forth at Twitch with various people in the let's go get him camp and others in the we can't move forward with this camp. So clearly there was members of the Twitch side that had a problem. And yes, Big Black Cock LLC. You have to have the black in there, Mags. I'm sorry. You've got to have black in there.
I came back at the right time, didn't I?
I love it.
Yep. Hoctor. Hoctor. His whispers. Right. Okay. So this came as a result of a lot of back and forth at Twitch with various people. His whispers were being monitored because a core group of influential people within Twitch wanted him gone. So now they're looking for reasons.
Yeah.
Now
that's what I was saying.
They're actively trying to attack him, or they're waiting for something to use as ammunition to get rid of him. So clearly he had ruffled feathers. Clearly someone was upset. Now, this could be upset because he is hurting their brand or because he is hurting their ideology or their political stance.
It's the second one.
Hang on.
Go for it.
Wasn't the dear person on the Security Safety Council around that time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Correct.
Hmm.
And didn't he just recently come out and back up Merckx?
Yep.
Nick, what was that? What his name is? Nick Merckx or something?
Yep. The whispers in question were actually from many weeks prior to his last stream. The initial explanation provided to him, the termination communication was inappropriate behavior not befitting of the Twitch brand. He's right in what he said at the time of his go live on YouTube. We still don't know because for a long time, Twitch would not commit or could not commit to an explanation over and above the inappropriate behavior not befitting of the Twitch brand until the matter went to court.
I don't get that because in one sentence they're turning around and saying this was part of a something thing that we had going that would like showed people how to grow as a brand and grow as a channel, etc., etc. But then apparently talking to a minor who is where it's not a sexual content and it's not anything that can be brought up with a DA charge, a criminal charge or anything like that. Apparently, that's not befitting of a Twitch streamer. I don't get it. Make it make sense.
Especially if you consider that what they said before. DrDisrespect was 34 around the time they messaged. Dude is 42 now. Do the math.
Was he 34 or was he 37?
Allegedly
35. 35. Same age as me right now.
And he's 42 now.
Okay, anyway, let's just carrying on with this. Let's get through it.
Yeah.
The matter went to court and it was found in discovery that not only did a group of Twitch employees conspire to get him, but they also broke data protection internal policy and CCPA regulations by disclosing to a third party who he also had a contract with what they perceived to have happened. Internally, their argument on their side became, why else would he be messaging someone that young, implying only sinister perspective? For the avoidance of doubt, there was no sexting as implied by a former Twitch employee. There were messages, but not of that nature. DrDisrespect was the one who initiated legal proceedings and settled because of the fact that once something like this is said about someone, it cannot be unsaid, and there would always be some, perhaps not fans, who would say, well, there's no smoke without fire. We have seen many people being accused of things that turned out not to be true in the past, but that by that time the damage is done. He agreed to a no party admits any wrongdoings joint statement because purely he understandably wanted all this to be kept quiet. The fact that a former Twitch staff member has now made this tweet has changed things considerably. It's out there now and cannot be walked back. DrDisrespect is furious that he cannot respond to this properly because his lawyers are telling him that it'll make the agreement invalid and he may be forced to pay back the settlement that he won. And I'll say that again, that he won. So clearly there was culpability. There was an issue on the Twitch side whereby they had done something wrong here, guys. So there will be legal avenues explored on this one, and it will likely ultimately manifest itself in huge damages claims against the Twitch, against Twitch for this coming out. It's clear in the industry that they were absolutely raging when he reappeared on YouTube and came back bigger than ever. When he publicly backed Nick Merckx recently, the same group of current and ex-Twitch employees, and Nick Merckx is a fucking prick. I'll just add that in. And I'll explain why I fucking said that. Fucking tubeless wanker. Employees tried to identify if their compromise separation agreements from Twitch could be nullified if they spoke out, and only one had the guts to try and testing the waters numerous times before to try and sell concert tickets. And that was that fucking Jody cunt, I think. This person would largely have been fine legally if he had not mentioned the word sexting, because it was all about damaging DrDisrespect's reputation, but because they used that word, expect legal proceedings to get underway quickly, because the transcripts will absolutely categorically show that there was no sexting, but merely communications with someone who turned out to be a minor. That was not known at the time, that certain people within Twitch who had an agenda against DrDisrespect pounced on and made it fit their agenda with zero proof. This person is a former Twitch employee. You're right, Pete. How you doing, my friend? I now work elsewhere. I will not identify myself, and I will not answer questions. He deserves the right to have some transparency, but he's tied legally in what he can say until the new procedures progress. He has the right to some of the story being out there, even if he can't be the one to say so. So I am sending this as an independent party who is fully aware of the facts and feel very uncomfortable with what I've seen thrown at him over the last few days, based on the agenda of a small group of people who did not like him. You should also ask yourself, why are some of these people no longer at Twitch? Because they broke policy and in some cases the law by breaching data protection regulations. Many people were dealt with as a result of this, lost their jobs. You have a duty to balance the reporting of this until such times as court procedures provide the clarity you should have waited for but didn't. He's been good to you all. He's not what is said and deserves better, especially considering he agreed for their behavior not to be made public as he wanted to protect the income stream of others. The Midnight Society piece is an example of a lot of people getting cold feet. They asked him about it, and he told them messages existed, but they weren't in the nature reported, but he couldn't share them as part of the settlement, and the decision was made to put out that statement in haste. That was pure impulsive move. They'll regret later.
Yep. Does make you think though, doesn't it? Especially if you think about like how credible all this stuff is that they actually leaked now.
Yeah.
Because you could easily turn around and say like, yeah, no, we can't use this because you hacked the database. Or you have like data that shouldn't even be accessible to the public. can we actually use this as evidence? That's the other thing. I'm not
like saying
like
it's things like when you find things out about people like criminal activity, and you found it out by nefarious means. Let's say you hacked into a something or other, a camera system, and you spotted someone doing something nefarious. You then have to go out of your way to actually prove it a different way, because as soon as you get questioned, well, how did you come across this video? Well, and you see what I mean? You're not able to use it, just as Smooth said. So, yeah.
I mean, the thing is, Major Zappa, I read this as if it was Alex, to be honest, because that's what it sounded like to me. And think could be a PR stunt also. 100%. The thing is, we don't know enough. We haven't got enough evidence. We cannot really properly turn around and say he was innocent or whether he was guilty until that comes out. Now, the chances are this is going to go to court because he has definitely been hurt in the pocket. He's now lost many, many sponsors. He's now had to walk away from Midnight Society. He is going to be after blood after this.
In a 100%. Mutual agreement, by the way, between them.
Yep. There's going to be court proceedings, and as a result of those court proceedings, this shit is going to come out. Everything that you wanted to know about the whole situation is going to want to come out. Twitch will try as much as they can do to keep it quashed. Guaranteed. Yep. Because it's within their interest to keep it quashed as much as they can do.
I mean, wasn't there a video where the CEO of Twitch was kind of smack talking this whole situation just fairly recently? Because I think I saw a clip circulating around for that. I mean, to be fair, the Twitch CEO looks like a fucking hippie. He looks like Runkle of Bailey just cosplaying as a CEO, really. That's what I'm saying. This he just looks like Runkle of the Bailey.
Runkle of the Bailey reminds me of like a balding Targaryen.
Runkle's awesome. Runkle's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not. He's a great content creator. I'm just
Okay, so the reason why, obviously, I said Nick Merckx is a fucking prick and a bellend, because both Tim the Tapman and Nick Merckx have both responded to DrDisrespect, admitting to messaging a minor. They have no fucking clue exactly what's been fucking said, but both have outright said they can't support Doc any longer. They haven't got a fucking clue what's fucking happened. And yet they're taking a stance. This is the dogpiling that I've been fucking talking about for so long on the internet. They fucking...
That's just going along. Yeah, that's just going along with the wind. You're going onto a bandwagon. Okay, which is the path of least resistance, not which is the path of morality. And shame on you guys for not going with morals, but going with, oh gosh, what's going to keep me safe because I don't have a fucking backbone.
Yeah.
Well, look, right. So I'm going to repeat what I said earlier. I can't sit here and outright back him up, because if it turns out in the discovery that may very well still happen that he is a wrong 'un, then I'm going to get piled on myself for backing up a wrong un. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, all of the evidence points to this was non-criminal. There was nothing that could have been used against him in a criminal court of law. Ergo, no wrongdoing was done. And from my understanding, Twitch has users on there. They allow users on there of 13 plus. I don't know whether they allow streamers on there of 13 plus, but you're still allowed to sign up and chat in the chats at 13, etc. Right?
Correct.
Whether or not you're able to whisper with other content creators as a 13-year-old plus, I don't know. But, from what I can tell, this was all within policy. He communicated with someone through a whisper, through a thing that they had in place that was pushed, that was promoted by Twitch. And now, as soon as he turns around and says, maybe he turned around and says, I took this huge fucking shit the other day. Maybe that's all it was. He was just swearing in his messages.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It could be absolutely anything, and we don't know. But the simple fact that no criminal charges have been brought against him, right? I speak to minors all the time. I have a daughter, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying that speaking to my daughter is the same as going online and grooming a 17-year-old. That's not what I'm talking about. But I still have had conversations with minors on the internet that weren't sexual, that weren't grooming. Do you know what I mean? Now, for someone to come out and say, "Oh, Jack, he spoke with a minor on the internet, and we don't know what he said, but I guess we can infer from the fact that they were a minor on the internet that he's a wrong 'un." Well, that's just complete bollocks. I have a child, I have a daughter. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't dream of hurting her or anyone else's children just because you talk to a minor on the internet and you say a few swear words or you maybe make some kind of sexual innuendo before you fucking know they're a minor, right?
Correct.
You can't hold that against someone. You can't do what they I can't support Doc any longer because he spoke to a minor. Well, then you're a dickhead.
Spoilers, these guys are dads, right? So technically they're speaking to a minor as well.
Yeah.
According to by their logic, even though it's not in a private message, but still.
And especially, when we're talking about a 17-year-old, and as you guys have pointed out, if that was a 17-year-old female, chances are, hey, she might be being a little flirty, thinking, well, I'm basically 18. I mean, look, I was a 17-year-old girl once, and I was an idiot, and I thought the same thing. Well, I'm basically an adult. And if you're attracted to older people, that's going to be pretty titillating to have somebody who's older, especially somebody who's a celebrity, giving you the time of day, and maybe you keep your age disclosed and you don't say anything because this is thrilling and this is exciting. I love you too.
Say titillating again, Yarnie.
Yeah.
Titillating.
Sorry, Mr. Yam Witch.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, take me off.
You were nodding too much then.
Know that this was coming.
Why is my camera still on?
Jack's back in 38 seconds.
I'll
do it in the Siri voice next time.
Okay.
It takes me 38 seconds just to get a hard on.
It's an
tug your little mushroom.
That's why I
just tug your little mushroom.
Hey, it is not a mushroom. I have got a girth of 9 inches. Although it is like a tuna can. It's only like 1 inch thick, deep.
I'm not saying nothing. Right, okay, let's move on.
We are nothing but class.
Rounding up there, guys. Don't forget, always wait for the facts to come out before you cast judgment. Yes, you don't have to back him up, but you don't have to condemn the guy either. Just wait until the full transcripts come out and then make your opinion and make your decisions, guys. Right, okay.
Does that mean I can leak Tom B's and Abe's photo now?
As long as I can leak yours and Dan's.
Deal. Ready, go.
Yep, that's a fair exchange.
You go first.
Sounds
right. Okay, let's take the piss out of fucking Superman. How many people have had
Can I just say something about the actor's name? That sounds like a mistake you make in your pants when you piss yourself. I can't get over that fucking name. I can't get over that fucking name.
Yeah, has anybody confirmed exactly how it's pronounced? I haven't been able to look it up. Is Corenswet really how it's pronounced? You don't care.
Corenswet,
okay.
I don't care.
It's one of the worst last names.
Looks like discount Henry Cavill a little bit, but he's not even close to Henry Cavill.
Yeah. See, but here's the thing. Before anybody starts, because I will make this really short and fucking sweet.
Oh god.
For all we care, for all we know, this is gonna be a fucking stand-in suit while filming, and they're gonna animate over it. Until I see a trailer, I do not care about still shots. If the trailer comes out, the suit still looks like this, the suit still fits like this, the suit looks fucking dumb. If they fix it in post in the trailer, it's more fitting. It doesn't look as loosely and, I don't know, as armory, if you want to call it that, like with all the weird fucking patches, then we can talk. So until the trailer comes out, I do not give a flying fuck about still images. The one image we can discuss is when he's in Clark Kent mode. What the fuck is that fucking wig?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll go on to the bird nest in a minute. But
where is this being filmed? Is it in the Warner Brothers Watford one? Is it in Is it over there? Is it? I'm surprised they allowed that even costume to get out because you would think at least have it form fitting, a little bit of because there's contour people there that can do that. So it's strange they let him out. That's why I think it's going to be digitally. This is literally markers or something.
Well, let's just point out as well that the original Supermen didn't need to have all this bulking up in the suit itself. They just wore a lycra suit, and all their muscles did the talking for them, and their bulge.
Yeah. They wanted to. My understanding is they wanted to pack a original. What's the name of the actor who played the first Superman?
You on about Superman. The TV series or the? No, the talking movie. About Christopher Reeve.
Christopher Reeve. Thank you. My understanding is Christopher Reeves. Actually, they were planning on putting padding in his suit, and he told him, "No, I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to bulk up for this, and I am going to look the part. So do not put padding in this." And he wore that skin suit very well.
Because the guy, he's a big guy. Like he's 6'2", 6'4". I think like he's up there, but like he's built. So you'd think they could form it to his contour. So it's very weird. But like what I think gives it away is they're the lines on the suit. And I think that's where they're going to try and bolt that. What would be stupid? Just make it form fitted. Move on. It's literally. But the only thing I like about it is the Americans underpants on the outside. Let's call that
the under.
To be fair,
that's one thing I never got about Superman was if he was so clever and he was so strong, why did he always wear his underpants over the top of his tights?
When you're in a rush, it happens. It does.
If you fly so fast, you might piss yourself, mate.
Yeah. In fact, that's something that I noticed about in the Wackerlight as well. Is like because we've had the big reveal now of who the big bad is, the big bad Sith is, right? So he's walking through the fucking forest, with her, and he's got this satchel. Are we supposed to believe that he's got his helmet and all of his like Sith outfit packed in that little satchel that he's got on his waist? Yes. And then all of a sudden he just turns into, he does a Superman. He spins around a couple of times, and that's it. He's in his.
They did it at the end of the last episode. He did do Mary Poppins, so he has got a bag that he literally can dive into. Sorry, it was there. If you didn't see it, that's your fault.
And if you didn't see Magitech Mag's meme about that was awesome as well. So maybe we can bring that up a bit later.
Yeah.
By the way, I hate to be that guy, but the guy on the left next to Superman looks like Sheepsidian.
Yes. Yeah, he does.
I thought the guy.
Yeah, he does.
And the guy in the middle looks like a really cheap Ghostbusters.
Yes. Somebody tried to point out on Twitter, even though it is wrong in my opinion, that they want to pay homage to Christopher Reeve's suit, and that's why the suit looks so janky. But that's the dumbest fucking excuse I've heard.
That's fucking bullshit.
No,
that is fucking bullshit.
That's not a good excuse because Christopher Reeves did it right. So
this thing does not fucking fit in.
Yeah, look at all those folds.
I don't know who it was. I think it was either Dr. Rachel or Lily. When I sent them the pictures, they were like, "That suit looks like a suit that belonged to Henry Cavill, but they just passed it down to him."
Yeah, doesn't fit him. That's a really good point. Yeah. And I think that's a really, Hanayama, you make a really good point about holding judgment until we see the finished product because they might do some editing and stuff. I think that's a good point. My concern on that is why are they, if that's the case, why are they relying so heavily on doing CG. That editing? But yeah, all that CG, but then that also falls on criticism for Hollywood in general right now that fucking lay off the CG and go to practical effects. People love that. It's just better.
Because I could actually give you one reason, and that if you have a stand-in suit like this one, even if it's loose-fitting, that's not the problem, because the argument that I would make is it's a loose-fitting suit for better mobility for the actor, but because they have a suit that they can render on, that's infinitely easier than rendering a suit on nothing.
Yeah. Was it Jar Jar Binks? There you go. Perfect example. They had him in the suit, like head up the top. That's it. But it's easier to have that continuity for the CGI. So have that, they know what they're doing, and they can just render it on the actor. If they've got to have the two different, it's going to be hard to match that because the CGI guys are going to go crazy. But I find it weird that this is very, very different, except for the logo of that press release they did when he's putting on his boot really, really slowly, and the sea is being attacked.
It's actually the same suit. It's just that because of the image that they released, he was sitting in the fucking like what you want to call it, like a hotel room, and it's at night, and it's very you have very dim lighting. The suit looks darker, but the image, like the logo on the chest and everything, it's the same.
Yeah, it's all the same. Yeah, but I mean, it was more fitting. It was more tight, wasn't it? It's a tight fit.
I think people really overreact.
They've edited it.
Yeah, and that's also an edited image.
Yeah, I mean, Major Zap is correct that practical effects do cost a hell of a lot more than CG these days. That is a true statement. Practical effects
but that's like that's literally why I'm willing to bet it's a stand-in suit to have the actor in costume, specifically like try to animate the fucking cape if you don't have an actual cape that moves along with it, but it's a stand-in suit and it's a bit loosely fitting to have easier mobility for the actor. That's a wide guess, but that's what I guess they did. So until the trailer comes out, yes, this looks horrible in still images. If it still looks shit in the trailer, then I'm going to trash it. Until now, judgment is preserved until we get a trailer.
Here's a question for all the panel. Does anybody have hope for it?
Hell no.
Not really.
Taking out the love, I know Henry Cavill had a bit of love and he should have had a good standalone Superman movie. But does anybody think it's going to be gone? You know,
I have no hope for Hollywood. Just period.
So here's the thing. So here's the thing. Do I have hope for it? No. But I want to have.
Yeah.
I want it to be good. I want the movie, in general, I want the movie to be good. So it's like, fingers crossed, like please be good, but the realistic expectation from me is it's gonna be mid at best and horrible at worst.
Yeah, honestly,
I want to have fingers crossed and be like, please be a decent movie.
I think the thing is they're gonna
haircut is throwing me off way more than the actual suit.
Yes,
I've got a perfect representation for that one because that reminded me of a portrait I used to draw. Hang on, if I can just share this real quick.
Can I just, whilst you're looking that up, the actor, nobody can pronounce his name. Is he signed for multiple movies? It's
3
as standalone. Is that 3? He's Superman, so he could do
3 as Superman
crossovers in other things. So it's 3. You've got to be in, not 3 as Superman standalone.
I did it first.
Yep.
Is it a bird? Is it a nest? No, it's Superman.
It's a smooster.
Smooster, yes.
Was
that hedgehog?
Was that a hedgehog?
Yeah, that was a hedgehog. Because there was this meme about me when I used to have like my hair was like growing straight. It looked like a hedge. I had a hedgehog on my head. But for some reason, somebody drew a hedgehog on my head.
That's okay, mate. Make full use of your hair whilst you got it.
I mean, yeah, I will.
Yeah,
Won't be long stasis. It'll all be gone.
Yeah, and it's gone.
Yeah, Crimson, you can scrub a toilet with that hair.
Hey, mine.
Well, yeah, yours as well as David Corenswet.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Corenswet.
Looking like a poodle hair. The bossing haircut is a wild choice. Yes.
In the
look at this
picture on the very right.
Yeah.
In the picture on the very right there, there is a little bit of Christopher Reeve in there. Like if you look at it, there's a little bit of Christopher Reeve in there. You could say
there's a combination of Christopher Reeve and Henry Cavill.
Yeah, but it's kind of like it's Henry Cavill if you ordered him off Wish.
Yeah, or Christopher Reeves from Temu.
No. It's worse.
The left image, right? You see the haircut, right? It reminds me of Rivers Cuomo from Weezer. Then on the right hand side, you have the slick Italian one. You know,
but
it's
here's
insane how stark the differences between the hairstyles.
Yeah, but here's the thing: since we already established this is kind of like Christopher Reeves, kind of like Henry Cavill. We got Superman at home.
Yeah.
We got Superman at home. This is Superman at home.
By the way, I don't know if you guys saw the Smilo Ren mask that's on pre-order now. But
oh my god, I can't believe they're selling that.
I made a fucking joke about that. I was like, that mask looks like it belongs to a live action version of an anime villain from like a very edgy anime show.
Yes.
Because that mask shouldn't be in a Star Wars show. Like,
the worst thing is because they've made it like because everything's dark and when you see him, you can actually zoom in to what the details on it, and it just still looks crap. And that's supposed to be like, you know, one-on-one right. It looks awful.
Yeah, it's Darth Gimp.
Why did you reveal yourself? Well, I did wear a mask.
Five Nights at Freddy's reject. That's what it looks like.
It's fucking.
I've been expecting you. Welcome to Freddy's. Would you like to order food?
The thing is, right, I don't know what he's getting at, because in this show he goes, "You don't remember me," and he's like, "I feel something familiar." And it's like, well, what do you mean familiar from when you met him back in that town where that Jedi temple was? Or like, are you talking about something previous? And do you recognize him now that he's taken his mask off from somewhere that you knew him from before any of this happened? Or what the fuck is going on here?
The answer to that one is no, because Jedi Master Saul even asks him who he is.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Well, your people call me Sith," and then he just "Yeah, thank you."
Yeah, they can't get to like page to page to remember what they put on the last page, and it's it's an AI trying to write it, and then just nobody put continuity.
The actual mask itself kind of reminds me a little bit of the Batman who laughs.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's Darth Edgelord. He's Darth Gimp.
Yeah, definitely Darth Gimp, though. Yeah.
Oof, that's a fat gun. Ooh, Jesus Christ. That's super gun.
Super. No, that's super sized.
Did you see that one?
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Honey, I'm leaving. What you just started? I know. I need to do some superhero stuff, you know.
Yep.
Superhero. Yeah, because that looks like it's been digitally altered.
Yeah.
That his sides are completely different. The suit.
Yeah, but also that's like a very old image that has been revealed to be is fake, because just look at the length of the cape and everything. It's not even fitting to that one.
What is the Cheetan mascot doing in the background there? What the fuck is that?
Hey, we're gonna know when we're gonna know. But again, I'm pretty sure. That's
why I see the fucking advertisement on Twitter all the fucking time. It all makes sense now. Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does indeed. Oh, there we go.
Max also send you a DM. I don't know if you saw the message.
Oh God.
On Discord.
Like I left it on that middle.
This one.
Yeah, that was the one.
Everything to know about James Gunn's Superman. Fuck off, adverts.
Fuck off, though.
Fucking bastards.
It's a bird, there's a plane. I mean, blimp, it's chuggers, man.
Superman will be the first film. Who gives a fuck? The film title, Superman. Who gives a fuck again? What else do I need to give a fuck about?
Superman.
I give you that one. That was good.
The actress added that she'd always loved her character, Lois Lane. She's smart, ambitious, and can be funny. She knows she's the smartest person in the room more often than not. Yes, girl power.
Jesus.
White girl magic.
So the thing is, she thought she was the most.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, that's the problem.
But that they portray that all through the movies, that she thinks she's, I'm right. You know,
that's her
I should do this.
Stasis, that's her masturbation technique.
Is it? I'm always right.
Davey versus She Fear, as in the actress for Lois Lane.
She looked
Davey
pretty
versus
good.
You would give her one. You would give her one.
What's the name again? Rachel.
I'm just gonna bring her up.
Brosnahan, right?
Yeah, no, I've seen her.
He thought it was me with the long hair. So he's like, that's what he's talking about. Just
easy mistake.
Yeah. Oh, that's where I recognize her from. Okay, I recognize that face. I remember now.
Yeah, from fucking.
I remember them 38 seconds.
They were glorious.
He was in the blacklist.
Yeah. Okay.
She's been in a few things. The main one was at that fucking marvelous mazy thingy-jiggers shit on Netflix.
Never saw it.
No, I didn't see it. I just recognised the name of it.
She was in House of Cards as well.
It could be worse. Could be a lot worse.
I mean,
yeah,
I could see it working.
Oh, she in that?
I'm trying to think who she was in that again. She was
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. Yes, clearly.
Davey Verse.
Couldn't even recognize her.
You don't even need to ask the question, Davey Verse. You know the answer.
Of course they will. They're not even going to give her ginger hair.
Is he still talking about me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, the thing is, if they abuse
Davey, just DM me.
Freaking Sweeney,
nobody can stop
to
your
the
ass.
degree that they did, they're going to abuse any female that's on screen. Let's face it.
To be fair, they could use Sweeney as Power Girl if they were ever bold enough to do that.
But they would still make her tiny and flat-chested. They would have to. It doesn't fit the narrative. It doesn't fit their agenda or narrative. You have to change something.
You couldn't even do
the most useless
nowadays.
The most useless application of CG since the fucking Cavill mustache.
Cavill mustache. I was going to say.
Yeah. I feel terrible for laughing at this one, but yeah.
Actually, apparently chins are my thing. Like all of my ex-girlfriends have quite a Brucey bonus.
I'm sorry, did you say they have a pretty boner? What?
Yeah, they have a pretty boner. Yeah, all of them.
Okay.
You're gonna have
with
to
a little bow
explain
tie around them.
Yeah, to the American what a Brucey.
Oh yeah,
bonus
so
is.
yeah, Brucey bonus. We call a big chin a Brucey bonus because there was a TV presenter on the TV, obviously, called Bruce Forsyth, and he had a huge chin. And so we call it a Brucey bonus. And the reason why we call it a Brucey bonus is because that's what it was in. What was it? Play Your Cards Right, or was it the Generation game, Tomby?
Both.
Yeah, did it?
Anyway,
so many, didn't he?
Brucey boner, yeah.
That's all I'm hearing.
They all had a Brucey boner. Look at the size of that fucking chin.
That man.
Good game, well done. Well done.
Can you all remember the Sly Stallone film Cliffhanger?
Yes.
Yeah.
They filmed it on his chin.
I'm gonna choke on my food.
Fucking making a fucking joke. Oh dear.
Oh, that's good. A British legend of TV.
He actually is a British legend of TV.
Oh yeah, he's
God bless him.
He was a good egg.
Did everything.
Good game. Well done.
Okay.
Come over here.
Oh,
Let's see what the scores are on the doors, Miss Ford.
He did Strictly Come Dancing as well, didn't he?
Yeah, so he
did, yeah.
He died.
Well, he was a dancer as well, wasn't he?
Oh, I want to see.
It was Cabaret, wasn't it?
Yeah, Cabaret, dancing, the whole shebang.
That's great.
2017, my God.
Yeah.
Okay, I know this is weird, but I'm really curious as to what his skull looks like with that chin.
Okay, that's
massive.
Just look at that.
Should we go and dig him up, Yarnie?
Yeah.
Should we go to his former resting place and dig him up just so you can find out?
Go.
Like you
Just look at
swear it was
the
an alien.
Right? I mean, if he gets dug up later by archaeologists, I don't know. My brain's weird.
Shape right.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like the inverse of those groups of humans that have got elongated skulls.
Yes. Bless his heart for owning it, though. That's fantastic.
Oh yeah, that would be funny if all of a sudden there was a fucking side view in it. It was just this huge fucking chin.
Yeah, like King Tut.
Yeah, King Tut chin. Andy Matthews for £2 on the super. Look up his wife. She's Miss World.
Oh,
she was Miss World, apparently. Yeah.
I could see him having a very, very attractive wife. You got a good personality.
Yeah. That's how he died.
She knew what she was doing. She decided to get him to write her into his will, and then shagged him to death.
Yes. I mean, that's something worth dying for, Jack. I'm just saying.
And the worst thing is, he is one of the only probably BBC presenters of that era we can actually talk about.
And he's probably one of the few that we can actually use as a fucking decent hero, a decent role model, because the rest of them were all fucking noncy cunts.
Forget about Jimmy Savile, right? Forget about what's his face, Gary Glitter, right? The one that got me was fucking Rolf Harris.
Yeah,
Rolf Harris. He was like a staple of. Yeah, 2 little boys, I bet. And Matthew Kelly and fucking what's his name?
Yeah, but then you've got Michael Barrymore who
Michael Barrymore.
He drowns the fucking. I was just about to say
his escorts in the pool.
He drowned him in the fucking swimming pool with his cock.
No, he just.
I mean, that was ruled an accident. In all fairness,
and something was found inside of him.
Yeah,
that was.
A lot was found inside.
Yeah, not that way.
The dildos.
It was, wasn't it? It was
I
actually exactly.
So it's how the British, we party hard.
The thing is, me and Michael Barrymore, we go way back, and I went round his house this one time, and I was having a fag, and I turned around and he says, "Ain't you got any ashtrays, Michael?" He says, "No, we throw all our fags in the pool."
The problem is,
we're talking about the cigarette, YouTube. We're talking about the cigarette, not the
fuck him. Fuck him. The story is, he had such a large dildo up his arse, it affected his buoyancy, so his arse was always up in the air. He couldn't fucking self-right himself. That was the fucking truth.
Oh god, like a tortoise.
It was so fucking big. It's fucking face down, arse up, literally in a swimming pool. What a fucking clever place. I mean, the thing is, you, me, or anyone, we're thinking fucking bobbing up and down in a fucking swimming pool, kind of drowning here. Just take it out your fucking ass, you fucking pillock.
That is how he wanted to go out.
Anyway, he was on his vinegar stroke and then he drowned.
And the funniest thing is, Barrymore is now massive on TikTok.
Yes. It is.
Yeah, that's surreal, isn't it?
That is bizarre.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because he looks like a granddad.
Yeah, he does.
What was it?
He is a granddad.
It was the hotspot.
Well, yeah,
wasn't it?
but that's what I said about Corbyn. Oh, he just looks like a cute granddad.
Michael Barrymore. That's David Barrymore.
Oh yeah, David Barrymore. Michael Barrymore. I thought it looks a bit odd.
Yeah, you just look like that uncle you don't want to invite to your wedding.
Hold on.
Those are
not
his marital bed.
Right. Okay. So on the Strike It Lucky, the contestants used to have to go from square to square, and he would always say, "What's a hotspot not?" kind of thing before they showed what the screen was showing. So that became his catchphrase for Strike It Lucky. What's a hotspot not? And then obviously, because he was licking the other side of the stump, you can guarantee his marriage bed to his wife wasn't really a hot spot.
Yeah, this is the era, isn't it? There's a few of them came out. I'm gay, but they just didn't want to because they thought it ruined their career. Mostly, probably to the production company said no. You can't.
It kind of did back in the day.
Right.
Yeah. Davey Verse, how is the Bullseye guy? Got to be
Jim
dead.
Bowen?
Yes, he's very dead. Jim Bowen's definitely dead.
Oh yeah, you don't want to. You do not want to see
2005, was it?
any of his live comedy sketches. They will get you banned off YouTube. Literally, he was
Jim Bowen used to do a spot on the Comedians, which was a show back in the 80s and late 70s, early 80s. And it was all the old British comedians, you'd got Bernard Manning and Jim Bowen, obviously. Who else has it got on there? But that show used to crack me up. All them old jokes were my staple for Russ Abbott, of course. Christ. Oh, what an atmosphere. I love a party with a happy atmosphere.
In the house.
I'm just going to pretend I understand.
Les Dennis. Anyway, let's crack on with something else. What else are we going to fucking talk about?
My fractured rib is hurt. I'm laughing so much, by the way. They're trying to kill me today.
Bit of bully. This is what you could have won.
Can't beat a bit of bully.
Yeah, but it was always a picture. It was always like hit the bullseye and it's going to be a yacht. But everyone only ever got a fucking crappy.
Yeah, where were you from, Dudley? You've just won a speedboat.
Well, that's the thing, right? Jim Bowen, in an interview afterwards, he turned around and he says, "We'd have been absolutely stuffed if anyone had won that speedboat because it was the entire budget of the show."
Yeah, it was the entire budget. They could not afford for anybody to win it. That's why everyone always won something like £1,000 fucking caravan. It was like a real horrible
Mark 1 Fiesta.
Yeah.
Secondhand
Fiesta. Yep. Indeed.
Free money is free.
Yeah, well.
Worth saying now.
This is the thing. Escaping Ordinaries in the house as well. Just a quick pop in.
Yes.
And say hello. How you doing? How you doing, Neo?
You're right, love. Good to see you.
You're right, love.
Nice to see you.
I
Nice.
love it.
Schmacking.
That was another one of Bruce Forsyth's catchphrases, weren't it? Nice to see you, to see you nice.
To see you nice.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Aww.
Yeah, honestly, you just want to watch some of the old content. You'll find it on YouTube, guys. Just watch Bruce Forsyth and you'll fall in love with some of the old British entertainers. They were awesome.
He was a charming presenter. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he was.
For the Germans,
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Guten Tag.
EO.
Hello.
All good.
Hello.
The devil farted thick today, but good.
It's a good way to put it.
That must be an American thing because that makes.
That's
I'm assuming she's talking about the heat.
I'm assuming she's
in the devil's armpit.
No, that's one way to label onions.
I thought she was behind on the stream and she heard what Jack did.
That could also be it.
That could be.
Maybe Jack was performing an exorcism for us. We didn't even
Lucifer.
Oh,
Right. Okay. For those that didn't know, say hello to the youngest son. That's the youngest boy.
Hello, young son.
Hello, little. I would say hello to little Tomby, but this fucking arsehole, he's fucking about 4 inches taller than me. He's a genetic throwback. Little bastard.
That's
he's
not
5'4".
really that impressive.
Is that jealousy I detect there, sir?
Yeah, little shit. It's like his granddad. He's exactly like his granddad.
It's your fucking fault that you're a hobbit, sir.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Circus midget.
A hairy
It's all
fake
good. It's
gave
all good.
it away.
I might be a circus
Hang on, with
midget.
a name like Lucifer, right? He's not a furry, is he?
No.
Okay. Because he was about
Jack,
to get a
Jack. If he was, I would fucking kick his ass. He's definitely not.
He would not have
Hey,
been.
What about the ring? To get his
He would
ankle.
not. He would... Sandy Q. Sandy Q. Sandy Q.
Hi, Sandy.
With the 5 gifted Tomby membership. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart. You're far too kind, Sandy Q.
Yes.
Yes, I might be a midget, but at least I'm not a transgender actor looking for a new fucking game. Right.
Yeah,
rumor.
what is this? What the hell?
Yeah.
Okay, so rumor PlayStation Studios seeking non-white transgender actor to lead new game. Story will focus on how their culture does not accept women as leaders in the community.
Oh,
That's
Guys,
ironic.
I'd be perfect for this role because I identify as a black woman.
Hey!
Yeah, but the problem is
Done.
you're too attractive though, Jack.
My tits are too big and my ass is too round. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
That's what we say on the weekend.
You're too high a quality object. We would just
I appreciate you saying
as soon as you come on screen, mate. I'll be like,
I come on
there's
screen all
that
the time.
Jack. I could eat his poo.
Left the video on again.
Yeah, left the video on. Anyway, according to a new whisper on the digital streets, Sony's PlayStation Studios is currently looking to develop a new game centered on a male-to-female transgender protagonist who seeks to prove herself against the misogynistic values of her culture.
I got news for you. I got news for you. You'll never be a woman, no matter how hard you try.
Yep. Yeah. Still a dude. Detailing a casting call they would later purport.
The funny thing is, and I don't know who said this first. If anybody can remember, credit where credit is due. But every transgender woman is just mansplaining how it is to be a woman.
Silly rabbit. Dicks of the chicks.
Something, I think it was in regards to Dylan Mulvaney going on that fucking podcast with the other trans.
Oh, for fuck's sake, don't even remind me of that.
Sorry.
Steel Leg has literally caused me to boff up in my mind, where he says, I am so sexy for my shirt. It hurt. Must take it off. Name that song. Well, it's right said Fred, but the visions of Steel Leg in his sexy t-shirt. It's like,
no.
Images that you now have to deal with, not us.
Now you have the vision of it. I've got it stuck in my fucking head. You can have it.
I have no vision of it.
Right says Stuart.
I'm too sexy for my cock. Too sexy for my cock. I'm gonna lob it off.
I mean, hey, have fun with it.
We're going to call you Bobbit from now on. It was Bobbit it was Bobbit's wife that cut it off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was Bobbit.
Yeah.
Now we need to now we need to change it. Now it's no longer Jack the Tar Lad. Now it's Jack the Tarted.
It was never Jack the Tar Lad in the first place. It's just Jack Tar Lad, but
yeah, but even that is now no longer correct because it's no longer a lad.
Jack was lad.
Yeah, that's the one. Now we're cooking on gas.
Jack was lad.
we lost Moo.
I'm fucking hurting over here. You make me feel my fucking fractured rib over here for the oh.
The title.
I know.
Oh dear, I cracked myself up. Detail and casting call they would later purport to have witnessed firsthand. The account explained that the game was looking to feature a girl of 20 to 30 years of age, of dark skin, and transgender, who was an expert in knives as a protagonist. Further, they noticed that its
Is it a
story
cooking simulator?
Yes. The answer is yes.
The Chick-fil-A Simulator Mark 1.
We want a trans woman to be a trad wife.
Yeah. It's just going to be
no.
KFC Simulator.
It wouldn't be Chick-fil-A, would it? It'd be Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
No, it would be Whataburger.
Met with an understandable wave of skepticism in response to their post. Notiplay would return on the topic 2 days later to clarify some things regarding their claims. Addressing some of the most common criticisms leveled against them, the news account asserted, "It was never a bait. It is 100% real. The info was taken from a page where you have to go and register to see the casting calls. There were also Ubisoft, Activision, and other SIE games. I claim that it is a PlayStation Studio game because the casting director's history, 99% of the time, is working for Sony. Trust me, guys.
Fair enough.
I mean, the thing is, I never trust anyone who says this.
No,
trust me, guys.
Trust me. This isn't being released worldwide, so that's fine. It's only being released in Iran, so that's fine. Yeah. So they won't have a problem.
On an application form, right? On an application form, how do you know that someone is transgender if they say they're a woman?
Got to show the touch.
It'd be in the advert. Surely it would be in the advert.
No, but what I mean is, right, so you're filling out who you are, like you're black and you're a woman, you know, what sex are you? You're a woman, that's what you identify as, a black woman, yeah? But how do the people know until the people actually go there or send them a photo or whatever that they are trans? And in fact, how do you even know when they go there that they are trans? I mean, obviously it's pretty obvious, like, but from their point of view, where you're not allowed to like misgender anybody or anything like that, how can you say, well, are you a trans woman? And then they turn around and say, no, I'm a woman. I'm not a trans woman. I'm a woman. That's what I identify as. How the fuck does this even make sense?
Well, it doesn't even matter if it's legit or not. I mean, look at we've had there was some sport. Yeah, we've had what was it? Some sort of male athlete to prove a point said, "Oh, I'm transgender. I'm a woman now. Let me compete in the women's sports," and did, and then detransitioned afterwards. Just say, "Hey, I'm not actually trans. I did this to prove a point," and it fell on deaf ears. So I think same thing here. Are you willing to put on a little bit of lipstick, or not, as the case may be, probably here? Are you willing to be called she, her for a little bit of time for a paycheck and then go on your merry little way? Well, then you're trans, according to
you know, you're so bigoted, Yarnie. Not all women wear lipstick, you know.
It sucks to be them.
I'm one of them. I must be trans. I'm a tomboy, clearly.
No, you literally missed the joke.
I'd suck your dick, Yarnie.
Because
I know.
Them.
You want more than just the joke.
Do a Mrs. Doubtfire. Yes.
Hello.
Oh man.
I'm on my way, dear. I'm on my way.
My first day as a woman, and I've set my tits on fire.
Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Yeah, because he's fucking burning.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, la-di-la-di-la-di-la, load of bollocky buff. Unfortunately, for those curios or whatever, Noti Play has yet to provide any further details regarding the casting call, including the identity of its casting director or the exact resource from which they gleaned the information to this end. The exact
good luck getting that off the ground.
Yeah, I mean the thing is that even if it was actually legitimate, it's another nail in the coffin for any form of studio that's going to do any form of content like that, because no one's going to be interested. I mean, who would this be aimed at?
Fucking nobody.
Nobody?
Exactly.
Nobody.
I mean, you can't exactly say you want to empower knife juggling trans women, especially black minorities, to be super fucking heroes or be fucking ninjas or some shit. There's such a small market. In fact, the market doesn't even exist for it. The demographic doesn't exist.
Exactly. They keep putting all these different, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess checkboxes, because my brain is smooth and I can't think. So many different requirements of what they want their audience, or they want their employees, their actors. Like, you're going for a subcategory of a subcategory to a subcategory to the point that it's no longer in existence.
Yeah. Imagine like
pandering this is to fight against the misogyny. Do you know what I mean? That's what this is for.
Yes.
To fight against the misogyny in your.
I can tell you about a thing or two about soggy knees.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Misogynies.
Soggy knee. Smooth knows all about soggy knees. You heard it here.
Yes. if you do not understand that joke, then your knees still work.
Yes.
Then you do not have soggy knees yet.
Exactly. I think my brain went a totally different direction.
I think mine did too.
I'm mispronouncing misogyny. That's the joke, actually.
Yeah, it's the misogyny joke. It's my soggy knees.
Oh, me soggy knees.
Yes.
How dare you?
How dare you? Marbella, you.
Moving on. Let's go.
So, dead air.
Yeah, gotta love it.
It's either. Here's the thing with the if the game rumor is true, the game is dead, and if it's not true, well, they saved themselves from a game that would be dead. Unlike
the game is dead again.
Yo, Danky, what's up?
It's Danky.
Danky.
How you doing, Danky? Oh, so Danky saying my first stream from you I've caught live. What's up, Mr. Smoo?
Yay.
Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, sir. Indeed.
And speaking from dead games to things that are actually dead.
Oh, mate, this is dead and buried. Right, okay.
By the way, that's a very unfortunate screenshot they took there. Shooty is actually manspreading.
Yeah, but he hasn't got a fucking cock, so there's no package there. There's no fucking package there. He's not a fucking danger, is he? Fucking
Shooty got one.
Anyway, Shooty
I
got
have more
one.
testosterone than he does.
Fucking a turnip has got more fucking testosterone than this fucking
fucking Donald. What do you mean?
Man.
Exactly. Right, okay. Not the ratings we'd love. Doctor Who's Season 14's low viewership addressed by RDD. So Russell T Davies is pleased with the show's reception with the younger viewership, despite lower UK ratings for Season 14. Davies also states that the viewership also reflects the 28-day count, which has seen some episodes performing well. Really?
I call bullshit.
No.
I call fucking bullshit.
They have not been doing well, sir.
Okay.
You are lying on your asshole.
Okay, I suppose you've got to temper that against the numbers. So let's have a look at this instead. Right. So episode number 1, we can see the numbers clearly have been steadily dropping. Now, episode number 7 there, 3 million, but the episode 8, 2.25 million overnight, is quite literally down towards the bottom. Now, that's still 2.25 million people watching, but it's nowhere near where it should have been ever. You go back 7
Is this worldwide?
This is worldwide.
Worldwide.
That's pathetic.
That's
worldwide.
That is pathetic.
Yeah.
You just
that's
take out
also
of like
got to be 80% YouTubers hate watching it as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Most of us are all
Exactly.
hate watching it, so we can dump on it because it is shit. But the thing is, you have to go back 7 years. You've got to go back 7 years to the last point where it was
Correct.
actually watchable, and then you've got to go back even more before you actually see reasonable overnight numbers in terms of watchers. You've got to go back 10, 15 years. Now,
That
all of that has
2.5
been
is a quarter of a
destroyed.
million. Right? That's
Yeah.
250,000 people difference between the last episode and this newest episode.
Yep.
Right? 250,000 people more watched it. So fucking what?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
this
That's
is
nothing
the
to
spin.
scream and shout about.
This is
and
the
I
spin
wonder,
now.
and
Little things,
you know
yeah.
what? I gave EastEnders a viewership because I went out of the room, sorted out my kid, came back, EastEnders was on, and I wonder how many people just left it running until they were like, "Oh, stop that twat."
Good point.
I can't believe
Yeah.
you saying that you're fucking watching EastEnders.
I
I'm
did.
shocked.
No,
Shocked.
I just love the accent. Just gets me,
EastEnders.
feels like I'm home.
Get round
No.
to my pub!
Fucking EastEnders. I only have to go downstairs and talk to the wife, and I'm in fucking EastEnders. I mean,
You're gonna come in now with a frying pan, smack you around the head.
oh shit, we would. In fact, Ickle
Toss
Pickle,
the pat at
if
him.
you're Ickle Pickle, if you're out there, can you make me a cup of tea?
Oh, he's asking for it. Oh,
Fucking
Can
yeah.
you make me one as well, please, Tam?
Yeah. Everyone get your order in at the bar.
Yeah,
Order in
brews
at the
all
bar.
around.
She's gonna hop
Yeah.
in and tell you to fuck
You
off.
opened a can of worms there, mate. Look.
yeah. Can you run me a bath?
To hell with EastEnders from Steve. And
Oh,
Sandy Q,
no.
I love EastEnders. Highlander is like, what the fuck is EastEnders?
Glad you
Um,
don't
have a
know.
bar fight in
Glad
the
you don't
chat.
know.
Welcome to the club,
EastEnders
Highlander.
has been running since before I was born, and considering that I'm almost in my 50s, holy shit.
No, it's not.
I don't think it's
no.
ever
Coronation Street was older, isn't it? Than EastEnders.
Coronation Street.
What's that?
Coronation
Yeah.
Street is
Late
definitely
70s,
older.
Then you
Yeah,
got
and then
Emmerdale.
you've got Emmerdale Farm. Remember when
Yeah.
it was that? They
What
probably
about Brookside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonathan Stevie, fuck off with your American way of making
No,
tea.
I was gonna say Jonathan has a great point. I'll make you a cup of tea. I'll just
No, get fucked.
do it my way.
I would
What, you
sooner
mean you'll
drink-
Husband's
pour it
not
in the
home yet.
fucking harbour? Is that what you
I
mean? You're
would-
just going to tip it in the fucking harbour?
I would sooner
Yeah.
drink my own
Take it over.
fucking piss than fucking have it the American way.
I am
I love the
waiting
American
for
way of
the-
making tea, right? What they do is they chuck it in the fucking harbour, they hark on about it for like 300 years, and then they
300
do
years.
absolutely fuck all about it when they've actually got a tyrannical government in power.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
then
love that
way of
paying more
making tea.
taxes as well.
And Jack,
And
Jack,
then
that's-
you missed,
that's not
you
even the
missed
best
one
bit.
crucial point. You missed
that's
one
not even the
crucial
best
point.
bit.
Yeah.
Hanayama, go
after
first.
after they fucking chipped it into the harbor and let it sit there for fucking 300 years, they then fucking scoop it up with a fucking mug and then put it in a microwave.
100%, and that's exactly what I was going to say. Wankers.
I am
wankers.
waiting for the Tomby's instructional video of how to make tea properly.
Yes.
Do you know what? I'm going to
With a
show
kettle.
everybody. I'm going to show everybody, and I'm going to fucking sort you guys out because as soon
You
as
have
I
a
move to
whistling teapot.
as soon as I move to the States, we're having fucking words, Americans. We are going to make tea properly. We're going to get fucking leaves. We're going to fucking brew them, and I'm going to show you the fucking way.
Tomby's
A
tea
Tomby
tour.
tour, a Tomby's tea tour. Yeah,
Mate,
exactly.
That's amazing.
Touching
The tea-
teapots with Tomby.
touching
No.
teapots.
No.
Hot stuff.
We just made content. That's the Tuesday morning stream. It's tea time with Tomby.
Oh my god,
Hey.
there's so many titles here. So many T words.
No.
Magitech
no,
Mags just said about the iced tea. Was it iced tea the Southern way? Is that like
Iced tea.
when you're lynching someone?
And you just
Did
ask
I say
iced tea
that
to
out
piss in your
loud? Sorry.
tea. You just
I'm gonna
ask the
leave
rapper
that
iced tea to piss in
alone.
your tea. That's
I
what you
win the
do.
internet. I win the internet today.
Touch Tommy's. You know, my husband just now texted me. He's like, "How's the podcast going?" I'm going to tell him that this is like, I'm going to take a picture of that right there and send
Yep.
it.
That's
Yeah,
true.
just tell him
This is
that
how
we're all
it's
touching
going.
teapots.
Yeah, screenshot. It's just like it.
Yes.
This is the shit I have to deal with. Thank you.
Yes, we're all playing touching teapots and we're playing cock conkers at the same time. I like the way that Jack knows what I'm talking about.
I'm a connoisseur, mate. What can I say?
I'm gonna put Stasis Geek on the spot here. Did you ever play Conkers in the RAF?
No. The hell is that?
What about Soggy Biscuit? Did you ever play that?
No, Soggy Biscuit. Yeah, that's fine.
No, we had a job.
Conkers is where you get your todger out and then you whip someone else's ball bag so hard you try and land them on the floor. You try and knock them out. Fucking didgeridoo.
No, that must have been a naval thing. Very bizarre.
Yeah, that's definitely a Navy thing.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with belly buttons.
I'm really sweating as well.
You're sweating.
I'm sweating. Look at me doing that. Got a towel down. I'm like,
you poor thing.
Okay.
I don't know. That sounds kind of gay.
Shooty Gatwa can take it up the ass because I'm fucking not interested in that fucking TV.
I bet he does.
He probably does.
I'm sure he does.
He probably does.
Have you heard him talk?
Balls deep. Balls deep. What else can we talk about? Ah, smooth shit. Yeah, fuck it. Let's
Teapots.
round up with this shit. How long is this? This is only like a minute. This is only like a minute. Smooth. Have you watched this?
4,000 years later.
Yes. Smooth's.
I mean,
gone
always
AFK.
remember.
I'm just getting a cup of coffee as well, but no, I haven't watched this.
Okay.
Also, always remember, we still have the Acroshite.
We could talk about the Acroshite. We could talk
about the headbutt.
Oh, the headbutt in lightsabers. That was the fucking piece de resistance. That is.
I have left.
Like literally that fucking headbutt. It's like okay, motherfucker, you can headbutt a lightsaber. Apparently, it's like apparently working for Disney means your head is so fucking thick you can literally headbutt anything.
Well,
hey guys, you remember in the Phantom Menace when Darth Maul had his lightsaber like split in half, by another lightsaber, and like he didn't relight it on both ends, like because it was broken, Do you remember that? Well, now, like 100 years before that ever happened, right? They had lightsabers that could be split apart by a fucking headbutt, right? And then they could be relit, but not like immediately. Like, you know, when like you press the button on your cooker and it doesn't quite light immediately, or like when your car needs a bit of a jump start. Yeah, so you can relight a broken lightsaber, right? But you gotta really press the button really hard.
Gotta give it a whack first.
Gotta smack it in the right way.
Yeah, you gotta smack it once that stupid lightsaber fucking work.
All right, okay. So Magic Mags has just dropped some stuff for us also. Let's have a quick gander at these. Share content.
Max is getting really good at making the memes.
Mate. Bird's nest.
No, she's making art. Pure art.
Yes, that she is.
Yeah. So I already on Twitter I already commented on this one, and I will say it again. You leave fucking Nero out of this. This bird did nothing to you. you leave fucking Nero out of this.
Fucking curly fries.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Sake. And then the last one.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Oh my god, I love it.
I know I'm slightly being retarded. I'm slightly behind the ball. Is that Keanu Reeves?
Yes. It is. Yeah, it's from SpongeBob, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I recognise it. I've been trying to place it all day, and I'm like, what the fuck? All right, what else has Magic Mags got for us? Yeah. The internet needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. Memers, they're the same picture.
Did you see that Melanie Mac? Yeah, did you see that Melanie Mac saw like a clip of Space Ezra for a second, and she's like, I don't know, I might actually watch it because I think he's kind of hot. She said it's something like that. Right?
Yeah, Lily replied to that one. I saw that reply.
Yeah. Lily's reply was beautiful.
Gold. Yep.
It's like,
she replied with a gif of somebody getting sprayed with a spray bottle, and she basically told Melanie, no, down, stop.
The modern family gif.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking Space Ezra Miller, don't.
Yeah.
It's Milo Ren, it's Darth Gimp, run.
Save yourself, honey. Just don't do that.
Totally not my flash, by the way.
Has anyone got the actual clip of where he headbutts the lightsaber?
Yeah,
it's probably on Twitter. It wouldn't surprise me.
I've liked it.
Yeah, I'm looking for it in a minute.
God, I hate this shit.
The thing is, right, she's standing there, right, and she turns around and she says, "Saw," right? And he's got the lightsaber on, and she's talking about the arthropod moths, right? And he's got the lightsaber on, and he knows for a fact that they're going to attract them, but he's just still standing there like a fucking deer caught in the headlights with it still on. And I was literally shouting at the screen, "Turn the fucking thing off!" And he said, "No, it wasn't Sol. It was the other guy with the dreadlocks. That was it." And he turns around. She's like, "Turn it off," and he's like, "Why?" And I was like, "You were fucking there." You were there when the fucking lightsaber attracted the fucking arthropod moths.
What? Logic? You want to use logic?
Yeah, the clip on.
I just laughed at this bit as well. Fucking all the Jedi's are like, wee!
Most terrifying moment in the Acolyte, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. So, by the way, I also have a clip.
Most terrifying.
You also have a clit.
By the way, I have to agree with Danky. The Flash movie could have saved. I agree with Danky. The Flash movie could have saved a lot of money. Just having off-brand Ezra Miller play his younger self. Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay, here we go.
I have to relive this.
Yes. Douche.
What the hell?
Yeah. So first he punches a lightsaber with his fist, and then he just headbutts the fucking lightsaber.
Yeah, but it's like, look at this fucking prick. It's like he's just stood there like a fucking wet lettuce.
Yeah,
like,
but
frames. It's like
but like go back a bit. Well, like it's so funny because he punches his lightsaber. Oh no, it's not even his. So he punches hers, just blocks it with his hand, just chops it. And it breaks. How did the lightsaber fucking break with him chopping
His
it?
knife hand is.
Yeah, and then he headbutts it, and it goes off again. What are you talking about? You fucking dickhead.
So that helmet must be made of Beskar or something because
no, it's different kind of material. Yeah, it's in. I think it was. It is in Legends. There was a weapon that buckets things, but nobody. It's not. It's taken and it's kind of so vague.
Yeah,
but it's super rare.
It's crap. Yeah, but if you don't explain it, it just looks
armor.
retarded.
It's plot armor. That's all it is. It's plot armor.
Yeah, and here's the thing. As soon as you bring up Legends, everybody immediately screams it's not canon. Therefore, the material in Legends is not canon. So what the fuck is this?
Correct.
Because they take. Oh, we like that a little bit. We don't like that. Ooh.
Yeah, no, that's not how this works. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And
the other thing
denounced.
The other thing about this, right? The other thing about this, right, is that they're constantly like losing their lightsabers out of their hand, right? And then they're picking up other people's lightsabers, and some of which they don't even fucking half work because they've been headbutted in half or whatever. And it's like, and there was one point where I was watching it, and I was like, how many fucking lightsabers were actually in this scene? Because where are you finding all these lightsabers from to just pick up off the floor? Like right at the end when May picks up that last lightsaber and it's one perfectly working lightsaber that she cuts her face off with nearly, right?
And so, Jack,
where did that come from?
The answer to your question, how many lightsabers were in this scene? Obviously over 9,000.
Over 9,000.
Yes!
Tree Thitty.
Hello, Jose. Good to see you, dude.
Jose Taco.
So, and then we have another clip, by the way, which absolutely infuriates.
Another one.
Cruel and unusual punishment.
Oh no, this one is funny.
This one is funny. This one is funny for a lot of wrong reasons.
This is hilarious.
Yeah, for all the wrong reasons, because like, watch this. This is gonna be ass.
Let me put some fucking sound behind it.
No, it's
and he's dead.
I swear to God, if she survives this, I'm gonna lose my shit next week.
And 1, 2, 3. If she is not dead next episode, I'm gonna have a fucking fit.
We know it doesn't matter.
So, but here's the thing. Play the clip again. Go for it. She. No. Go back to when she hits him. So he is dead for the second time, because if you go back one more, she hits him twice. He knows he's a Sith. Just wait for it. Just let it play, and you can see her hit him twice. And he's dead, and he's dead again.
No.
I'm
calling bollocks on that one. I'm calling bollocks on that one because she hits him with the hilt of the lightsaber.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Tommy. Here's the thing. if you can hit him with the hilt, you can pull your arms back, turn sideways, swing, and his head is off. It's a lightsaber.
There were so many times he should have been dead. But the thing is, I find funny how, like a hilt or an elbow or whatever does more damage than a lightsaber would. What is it in purpose? Like, it's just stupid. The whole thing.
And the fucking dagger in the bottom of the lightsaber as well, right? The dagger in the bottom of the lightsaber. But right, has anyone ever read any of the sort of technical manuals for Star Wars that were released years ago? You know how a lightsaber is made on the inside, yeah? It's got like the crystals and all the rest of the electronic mechanism. Where the fuck in the hilt is he finding the space to stick another dagger with another fucking mechanism in it?
Is it from the hilt? I thought he got it from his jacket.
No,
he pulls it directly out of the hilt of the
small bit in the hilt.
Okay, so let's MacGyver it. Go back and see if you can pause roughly about when he fucking pulls it. So how long? So because this is not very big.
Oh, it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's an extension of the original hilt. So it's an extension of the original grip, meaning the original grip already is longer.
Jack knows what I'm doing.
Yeah, obviously. But here's the thing. So,
38 seconds later.
Yeah. So does the lightsaber dagger make mechanically any fucking sense? No. But at least it's an oversized hilt that he could, in theory, pull apart. But they made it dumb again by not making it the correct length to be overly long to produce a second lightsaber. Because that one, I guarantee you, does not fit a fucking force crystal.
Yeah, correct.
That's the main issue.
Yeah, why didn't they just make it a dagger? That would have made more sense. Like,
but look at the length of the fucking.
You're applying too much logic to it.
Look at the length of the fucking thing.
I don't think.
That's Star Wars, man.
Exactly. There is no logic to anything that they're doing. They're taking the corpse and they're shitting on it and stabbing it over and over and over again. There is no logic in all the woman power taking something that is very well loved and means a lot to us, and how can we ruin it even more today? Like there is no logic, there is no canon. It's just all shit.
That's
two of the things that piss me off about this, right, is that why is it that everything that a lightsaber touches now glows, right? Like it's a piece of fucking metal, right? That never happened when Luke got his hand chopped off. It never happened when Darth Vader got his hand chopped off, yeah? It never happened when he got his legs and his fucking, one arm chopped off in Revenge of the Sith, right? And the other thing is
got stabbed.
Exactly. And the other thing is why are lightsabers creating sparks when they clash now?
Because it looks neat.
Because of reasons.
Yeah, because it looks neat.
There's no,
they even not got a correct sound.
Remember, they threw up out of perfectly fine Kenobi book just to make a Kenobi show, which was complete fucking horseshit, by the way.
Yes.
I mean, because the legend story of Kenobi is actually pretty good.
I mean, the thing is that Jack 100% wounds on organic flesh just cauterize. That's all they do is cauterize. They do you won't even get them to fucking bleed because the idea is this thing is so fucking hot. The plasma is basically cauterized the wound. There is nothing there to bleed. I mean, bearing in mind, let's say this is a humanoid. That's through a fucking major organ. That's through a fucking another organ. That's through your fucking spine. You're fucking dead. That's a good 4 inches. Let's say a man 6 inch is through its back. Crazy.
But she's an alien species, so she could still survive.
Yeah. But here's the fun. But you know where this leads, right? If she survives, that means lightsabers are now officially the most useless weapon in the entire fucking universe.
Yep.
If she dies, it's her own fucking fault for not chopping his head off when she had the chance and hit him 2 times with her fucking hilt.
But again, it's a way of destroying what's come before it.
But if you actually look at the whole fight sequence, they weren't having a sword fight, lightsaber fight thing. They're just, I'm going to deflect. Literally, the choreography is terrible on this because none of them are trying to kill each other. They're literally, just, I'm going to defend every time. It's just like, no, that's not how sword fighting works.
Max.
But so the other thing is that I was always to understand that the lightsabers were made of light, right, and not plasma. Yeah, it's not plasma at all, and that it's like a strong, powerful laser light, right? It's a laser sword, not a plasma sword, right? Mm-hmm. Why has it got heat, right? Why has it got like steam and smoke fucking coming off of it, yeah, all the time? What is this new fucking fangled shit that they're trying to push on us?
Even if you were to go to the basics of it, if you were trying to pack that many light photons into such a small position, the amount of energy that's there, it would be fucking plasma. There would be fucking heat. Yes. Irrespective of anything.
But they changed
the sun fucking is baking my fucking bollocks at the minute, mate.
Yeah, they changed it. It was the whole original lightsaber theory was only, a Force user could use it because they would have to retain. They used to be able to do their own length. Then they changed it to a dial. Then they changed it, blah, blah, blah. But the whole point was you had to be a Force user. And there's a thing like that. It was like they're heavy. And like if you don't wield them correctly, they just feel like, a lead brick. But they changed that because now anybody who wants to be anybody and wields it can be bloody a Jedi.
Yep.
But I love how that Sithy McSith here, right? He's able to smack down all of the like Master Jedi, but this one fucking Padawan girl boss here, she's like queen of them all, and she can beat the shit out of this guy and knock his fucking mask off, even though he's headbutted several lightsabers and destroyed them with that helmet. She can just do it with a fucking elbow or the hilt of a lightsaber.
And then she gets immediately folded. And then she gets immediately folded.
White alien magic. Anyway, right.
I need to highlight one remark real quick.
Go for it.
Max, yes, but Qui-Gon Jinn will ask you why.
Because
he knew better. He knew better than to fucking come back.
Right.
He knew better. He's like, bro, I used the Force. He's like Qui-Gon is like, bro, I used the Force. I saw where it goes. I'm out.
Right. Okay, I'm moving on. We're going to do this, and then we're going to wrap up, because I'm fucking hot as balls, and I need a drink.
Shout out to Memology for this one, by the way.
Yep. Shout outs go over to Memology. Let's all bask in the glory of this. You can hear it, yep? Good?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What?
So.
When the former president decided that he did not want Biden to have a win on immigration, he told his party to pull out of that agreement. So blaming things on the current immigration policy is absolutely political. And it really breaks my heart that people would politicize the sadness that tragedy. To me, it hurts even more that they're being used as pawns in this fight over immigration that doesn't even exist because Biden and McConnell agree. It's just that Trump won't let him move it forward.
All due respect, Judge, you said this issue shouldn't be politicized, but by pointing the finger at former President Trump and Republicans in Congress, aren't you politicizing it?
Yeah.
I think I answered the question. So, yeah, I mean, this is about Jocelyn. This is about her family, and if we want to,
Judge,
as I said, talk about immigration.
You didn't answer the question. Are you politicizing this by pointing the finger at Republicans and saying it's their fault, not the fault of the Biden administration that lifted the Remain in Mexico policies?
She's got a brain cell in her head.
Again, the Biden administration reached an agreement with Leader McConnell to address this, but this is not about immigration. I'm not going to.
Hold on a minute.
How's she a judge?
How's she a judge?
Yeah.
You could see Windows restarting.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, somebody do that.
I've seen this. I've seen this before, and I'll explain what I've seen.
Administration that lifted the Remain in Mexico policies.
Wait. That is Neo from the Matrix getting a fucking new download.
I know Kung Fu.
Yeah, that's Windows.
I know mental gymnastics now.
Yeah, that Biden just downloaded some other gem into her fucking head.
Yeah.
She needs something downloaded into her head.
Yeah. I need prime time
bullshit. I was down her face, neck, and chest, but okay.
A lightsaber.
Again, the Biden administration reached an agreement with Leader McConnell to address this, but this is not about immigration. I'm not going to feed into that.
It totally is about immigration. Sorry, mate.
Fucking idiot.
What a fucking
fucking DSP at the end.
Perfect use of a DSP clip right there. Look how offended she is.
Feet into that.
Look how
what a fucking idiot. What a complete idiot.
Kevin's been on this whole time, huh? Fucking hell.
How she got that position?
By doing other positions.
Yeah, you know how.
Well, some judges are elected in the US as well, so.
Yeah, and some are paid.
True.
Yeah, that's not
going to happen.
Right, going to start wrapping up. Guys, make sure you go and give some love to our special guest tonight, which was Power Cake Greg. There's his link down below. Make sure you pop in, give him a like, give him a share, give him a sub, and all that good stuff. It would be greatly appreciated. So I'm going to go around the room, starting off with Status Grief.
I'm just going to go and have a cold shower. I can't think of anything else. I'm literally so sweaty at the moment.
You look dead inside.
No, you need a bucket of ice.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go and hose myself down with something and then get A back in his shed.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right, Daily. Playtime's over.
I was going to say, Abe can hose you down.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Abe can hose you down. Right, okay. Stand by. Just talk amongst yourself for a quick second. Status. How's the Mrs.'s website going?
Huh? Bring it up
How's
if
the
you like.
Mrs.'s website going?
Well, tell everybody. Did we bring it up last time?
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
It's
It's going well.
successful launch.
Yay. Successful launch. Successful, yes. And thank you for somebody pointing out somebody's error. Mm-hmm. With a pop-up. Yes. So that's been fixed. So
good job, Yarnie.
She's doing it though. She's liking it. So it's getting the reach is getting out. So that's better. She's getting a bit more. Yay.
There you go. That's what I was trying to do. That's why I was trying to extend your time. Anyway, you look sweaty as fuck. Go and get a bloody shower, my dude. Thank you very much indeed for coming. Hanayama, what are you doing?
Flaming people on Twitter, the usual.
Good. Happy days. Are you hot and sweaty too?
Yeah.
Are you hot and sweaty too?
Flaming people on Twitter and posting memes. The usual.
Excrement. Right, Abe.
Not much really. Same as usual. Ain't easy being green.
Happy days. Yarnie.
If you do any knitting, crocheting, or weaving, you can find my hand-dyed yarns at pineandcauldron.com. And in the near future, I'm going to have a new channel called Yam Witch Live, where I will be doing some gaming on a once-a-week basis. And then there will be some content coming up under Yam Witch, but Yam Witch Live will be sooner than that. But that's it. Yay!
Sounds awesome, Soph. Sounds awesome. Can't wait. Smoother DJ.
That's not pineandcauldron.com, but I'm going to show for the website
anyway. give me a fucking second.
I have a day off tomorrow, so I'm actually going to play some party animals with these Muppets tomorrow on the good old Party Animals Fight Club. I'm looking forward to that. I might actually play some more after that, depending on what time we end. Or I might actually do a stream in the afternoon before Party Animals. I'll see about that.
Cool.
I'll figure something out because my schedule's all out of whack. I'm kind of living on American time zone at the moment, considering my sleep schedule is fucked anyway. But yeah, if you just a quick heads up, guys. On July 17th, I'm going to be doing my channelversary stream. Technically, it's my 6th year with that channel, but it's my first year as a proper streamer. So I'm going to do the good old channelversary as you do. I'm going to be having some stretch goals. I'm going to have some chin wags as well. Gartic Phone will be played as well, and possibly some First Descendant as well. I'm going to be playing with a couple of people who, if you want to support that, then definitely come through. We got enough slots free, and also the Kilt Goal will return. I know EO is perking up her ears when she hears that. It's going to be $1,000 this time because you guys were crazy generous on my birthday last time, so I'm going to set it to 1,000. If you get me to 1,000, I'll definitely wear the kilt with the full gear, with the socks and everything, just so you know. But that's all I have for now. But yeah, and Thursday, Dames and Dogs with a very, very special guest. You don't want to miss that. I'm just saying.
Happy days. Thank you very much indeed. Over to Jack.
Hello there, I'm Jack Tarlad. You can catch me on Twitter at Jack Tarlad, where I'll usually be shit posting. I am now the producer of Iron Oxide's Rogues Gallery stream, so I'm producing that now, and you may very well catch me on it if we haven't got a guest available. But other than that, I'm trying to work on getting back to streaming. I've nearly backed up recovered all of the files that I'd lost. So yeah, should be back to streaming within the next week or so. Awesome. But other than that, yeah, come and check me out on Rogues Gallery. You'll find me here on a Wednesday, of course. And don't forget, I'm still offering free breast rub services for ladies with olive oil, because don't forget that you get the his and hers matching deal where you only have to pay for the male. But apart from that, don't forget to DM me, all those kinds of things, catch me on the Twitters, catch me on the YouTubes and the Rumbles and that kind of thing. Until next time, I'll see you soon.
And if you identify?
If you identify? I don't get what you mean.
That's your problem.
I do identify as a black woman, yeah.
Okay, and I'll wind up. Thank you very much indeed, everybody, including the panel and the special guest for coming this evening. You'll find me most nights on YouTube, Rumble, Kick, Twitter, and Twitch. I bloody post everywhere, so you may as well have this link. It's down below my name, but you can have it on the screen as well. Why not? So, in approximately 40-odd minutes, I will be playing part 5 of Baldur's Gate 3 with Art of Dominique, so make sure you come back for that and come and watch some of the shit and some giggles that we get up to. Thursday, tomorrow night. Yes, mate.
Party Animals.
So tomorrow night, 2000 UK time, we're going to be playing Party Animals like we used to. So that's open to the members and the guys. If you want to come and play, just make sure you jump into the channel so I know that you're there. And then I'll give you the links and the details for coming and playing. But Party Animals tomorrow night, followed by some Elden Ring. And then on Friday, a combination of games. We do have Final Fantasy XIV being pre-released, so we should be seeing some of that at some point.
Yes, sir.
But I am actually away this weekend, which is kind of poo. So you'll probably find not many streams up until Sunday evening. Certainly nothing on Saturday, nothing during the days. But I will be about over on Twitter. All my links are in there. So thank you very much indeed. Smash the like button, the share, the subscribe, and all that good shit. And we will see you next time.
Indeed.
Bye.
Yay.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Rock it in, yay.